Hello and welcome to the Friday Night Pro League Game of the Week on Canopin Bowling Network. Tonight, it's Academy 2, the 3 seed take on the 6 seed Metro. A possible preview of the first round of the playoffs. Before we begin tonight, originally Spread Eagle Productions founder Bob Lee, now Canopin Bowling Network executive producer. His wife Emily recently passed away from colon cancer at the young age of 58. In honor of Emily Lee, a moment of silence, please. Thank you.
And thank you, Paul. Hello, this is Greg Gouillart. You heard from Paul Grant just a moment ago. Our executive producer, Bob Lee, the founder of this network, lost his wife, Emily Smith Lee, to cancer. We're so saddened by the news. It's just a real heartbreaker. They were looking forward to a new life in Western Massachusetts. And unfortunately, has this terrible disease, as I mentioned so many times. If only life were perfectly just. We are looking forward to having a great match of bowling this evening between two great teams, seeds 3 versus 6, as we mentioned here. You see the rosters, and we're looking forward to bringing that. And we regret starting the broadcast on the note, but for the wife of someone we hold dear here at Candlepin Bowling Network, our heartfelt condolences to everyone in the Lee family for your loss. With that said, good evening, everybody, and welcome. Today is the Friday Night Pro League, week 30 of 35. Friday Night Pro League is 3 strings, 2 boxes at a time, and we play for match points as always to determine the standings. 2 match points to the winner of each string and 2 for total, and 8 points in all. Any ties split the points, and it's these points that determine the standings. Paul.
Greg, thank you very much. Welcome to those watching on Canopin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition, free to subscribe, never a charge. Canopin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Jimbo Ayotte for Academy 2. They won the championship 2 years ago. He starts off just missing the spare. Kecyk, good try there in the object pin. This match dedicated to Bob Lee's wife, Emily. Kecyk a 9, Jimbo Ayotte a 10. Greg will call the second string and maybe the third string too.
Yeah,
voice holds up.
We've got a great weekend of coverage essentially between this Friday and tomorrow, Saturday. I know one viewer, Michael, had asked, will we be together Saturday? No, we will not. We will be in 2 different places. In the case of you, Paul, in the state of Maine.
I'll be in 3 states in 2 days, covering 35 strings this weekend. Piece of cake. Jimbo Ayotte, second box for a string. 6. Kecyk for a strike. Almost. There it goes. On the delay. Throw the flag. Strike. 19 plus through 2 here in the first. 3-string format. Jimbo, spare. 20 in the ball. 1 pinnery lead for Academy 2 over Metro. Boy, Metro, good to see them in the 6th spot right now. Have breathing room for the playoffs. The last 2 years, they finished 9th. Top 8 make the playoffs. In each of the last 2 years, they missed up by 1 stinking point.
And it was a tiebreaker last year as well, so more comfortably in the playoff picture. Top 8 of 12 teams make the playoffs, and we'll have the standings for you in just a moment.
Last year's Easter Classic champion Austin Barnes on lane 4 in the second spot for Academy 2, the 3 seed. 1-2, wobbling 7. Here's Nate Lees doing the ninja knee. He gets a slow motion strike. Case McCool, those on, boom, kabooms, okay? Kabooms go fast, just saying. And Barnes almost stole it. The ball in the wood rolled away from the 1. Good to be back with you, Greg.
Good to be here as well.
Sorry I can't be at the Pro Series tomorrow. Contractual annual agreements with Maine, the Maine states, just happen to coincide the same weekend, usually the last weekend or 2 of April, but this year they're all combining the same weekend.
Well, you folks out there are spoiled for choice, of course, here on Candlepin Bowling Network. You can always find us on YouTube for all that coverage. Sometimes Facebook as well, but YouTube is the most reliable way. So whether it's Maine States or the Pro Series, tomorrow, you know where to find us.
Nate Lee starts with a 10. He won the very first ever Atlantic Candlepin Single Store, or ACST Class A, known as the Pro Division back then, several years ago. 5-time Pro Series runner-up on lane 3. Here's Austin Barnes after his 10-box start. He rolls a spread eagle, -1, -2. Lee's actually on a strike, I should say, not 10 bucks. Hit that slow motion strike, I should say. The scoreboard shows next. I thought it was a 10. It's a strike. Different houses have different scoring systems. You get confused sometimes.
I like the Cubica scores that actually use the Japanese smudges, which look like how they look like on Wii Bowling, the correct number of triangles.
But I was born confused, so it's natural for me to happen.
Ain't that the way?
Lee's not the spare and strike he wanted, but 19 through 1.
Those of you new to bowling, scoring altogether, strike scores 10 plus the value of the next 2 balls. So after that second ball, in the second frame, Lee's is 19 through 1.
Austin Barnes a 9, 19 through 2, Lee's a 10. Perfect start, strike 9-10. Greg with the update, every 2 completed boxes. Here's the middle ball, is Mr. 235. I call him Dave Godwin, high single 235. Still looking for the elusive 236, 237. Or 246 for the world record. I always tease him about that one. And Lou Gacharna, very good ball to Central Park Lanes, East Boston, Mass for Metro. Metro of Peabody, Massachusetts, next to Salem, Mass, my hometown growing up.
Including some of the matches we've covered, Dave Godwin just had 4 400s in 5 weeks. He is so back.
Off to the right, he has a 6-pack. Check his ID. Here's Lou Gacharna, LU. Family of bowlers. Brother Fernando won the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Class B Championship, known as Semi-Pro back then, second season. He pushes down the 5, the 8 wobbles, 7 holds up, and Wood out of bounds.
Fernando, Blanca, and Carla. Hello to you all.
And the mother, pretty good bowler too, right?
Hello, Blanca.
Yep. Godwin trying to pick it apart, leaves the 1-5. Gacharna with the Wood for a spare. Oh, good try. I thought he'd try to tip that Wood on the left.
He wanted a piece of it.
And Dave Godwin takes a 9 to start his match. And Gacharna a 9. Nate Lee's with us. Nate, talk about the Mixed Worlds coming to Budwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire.
Yeah. It's going to be a great tournament. We're running a Candlepins to Cancer raffle. Anybody that's interested, $5 a ticket, 5 for 20. Boutwalls is graciously donating a full set of Candlepin bowling balls to the winner. We're going to draw it the Sunday at Mixed Worlds. Going to be a great time as always. If you get a chance, come down to Boutwalls in Concord. A lot of great action, a lot of good bowling. Some of the best mixed bowlers in the world, men and women, all bowling in one great event. So if you get a chance, come down, check it out.
How do they get the tickets for the bowling ball raffle?
Message me on Facebook, and I can give you all the payment info. I don't want to just say it all now, but either message me on Facebook or come down here tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. I'll be in Exeter all day. But best bet's just to message me and we can figure something out, whether it be cash or Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. I got it all.
Nate Lee's LEES. Now, Nate, when are you going to win your second ACST title?
Hopefully this year, but I got a little bit of work to do.
All right. Thanks, Nate Lee's. Great job running the Mixed Worlds every year, sponsored by Candlepins for Cancer, a 501c3 charity. As Gacharna gets our first banana split, where's Casey McCool? He's always hungry. He's always growling.
Nate's going to be a busy man at the between organizing the Pro Series and handling all of that as well.
Missed everything that time. Godwin trying to split the uprights. 1-3, 7-10.
Yep, third ball, fanned on the second one.
That's 6. Just 15 through 2. Sometimes not how you start, it's how you finish. Gacharna Wood only carries 1 somehow for a 7. 17 through 2. Quick update from Greg Gouillart.
Yeah, it's 11 pins up. Gacharna had a 343 last week, and Dave Godwin a 368 last week.
Keith Beaupre, the Tsunami, on lane 3 from Metro. Here's Joe Smith, the captain of the Fenway Academy, the world captain, knocking the door. The last 2 years, Beaupre slams 7. Wood behind the 6-10 to help, gets the 8 left.
Joe Smith, the epitome of silent but deadly.
Wood in front of the king, the 5 for a spare. He got it. Good start to his match. 3 versus 6. Beaupre, good try, won't carry to the 8.
Such a great contrast between our Candlepins for Cancer ladder winner, Keith Beaupre, a fireballer, but also a very nice guy in his own right.
Beaupre takes it down.
Got a 10. Strikes are rare. It's a game of spares. You're seeing already, even if you're brand new to the sport of candlepin bowling, how frustrating yet how exciting it can be.
Yeah, a lot of 10-pin bowlers think it's easy. It's not. It's a game of skill and challenge, but anybody can bowl at any age.
Yep. Small ball makes it harder, folks.
It's a spares game mainly, but strikes are bonuses. Next week, it's Academy 1 the 8th seed, number 7, Academy 3, next Friday night right here. Same bat time, same bat channel. 7:30 p.m. live, April 11, 2025 on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Keith Beaupre on the head pin. Goalpost leaves. Here goes the 7. Big break. A sea of wood by the 10. Try to get around it. Smith, Eagle plus the 8 behind the 2. Good bid there.
And a tough fill as well. Speaking of that frustration, right on cue.
Beaupre. Oh, it came back. The ball bounced in the heavens. The wood rolls back for a spare.
Nicely run down by Smith as we get another look at this spare here. Doesn't quite clear the wood, Beaupre doesn't, but it comes wildly off the wall. Actually, it dislodges a second piece, and that's how that spare is collected.
Joe Smith, 2 10s. Here's Tim Gem and Jalbert on the 3-9. The rock star Aaron St. Cyr, the anchors are up now. He goes for a 6-pack.
A couple of flat hits on the 3-pin and the 2-pin, respectively.
1-6-4-7 left for Jalbert. St. Cyr does it number 1. We'll see him Monday night with the return of Nick Leach, both filling in this year. Late replacements in the season for injured bowlers. Dave Hodge-Hanlon, hope you're doing better after that car accident. Aaron filling for the injured John Plant, so he's being replaced. So it'll be Nick Leach, Aaron St. Cyr, the Rockstar, Monday night, 8 o'clock with Sarah Wright.
It's a nice conversion for the 10 bucks by Jalbert. You see it here, 1, 4, 6, and 7.
8 o'clock live on the ACST Facebook page Monday. That's actually April 14th, I believe. A week from this Monday coming up. Rebroadcast on Candlepin Bowling Network and YouTube. Each with a 10, and Jalbert gets a strike. The strikes aren't going fast tonight. No bombs away, baby, yet. It's 3 slow motion strikes. Trying to keep you in check, I guess.
5-pin collected from behind there.
Aaron with the setback.
Good to see you all in chat. A couple of Moncton folks already. Good to see the entirety of Candlepin Nation watching, in effect.
Can't wait to get to Moncton in November for the Worlds. Candlepin Bowling Network has your coverage. Singles knockout and the qualifiers plus all the playoff action. Aaron St. Cyr 9, 19 through 2. Let's get an update from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
That's me. 104-97, the current match margin. I show 105-97 will confirm that. Looks as though Aaron St. Cyr is a pin too high. Up there we go, 104-97. They always have that last moment correction there. Make sure to follow the smudges between total and game. You can see a strike and a spare up for each side. That's using the Canadian notation, incidentally. 7 pins, that's basically a spare's worth, so 2 boxes down, not much decided yet.
All right, here is the top of the order, Al Kecyk. Now they switch sides every 2 boxes.
Ooh.
He's on a strike. Ayotte's on a spare. He gets a banana split plus the 5-pin. That's a Jim Dandy at Friendly's Ice Cream. 4 scoops of ice cream instead of 3. Kecyk, slow motion. He got it to go. It's slow motion spare after a slow motion strike. Pins are time release tonight. Oh, what a try by Ayotte. Thought he had it. What a bid that was. Kecyk 29 through 2, 39 on the ball through 3. Ayotte 25 through 2 on the spare 5. And pins well with a 9. 34 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Yeah.
Over 4,300 subscribers now, Greg. Over 1,850 videos, free. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell yourself if you haven't done so. Candlepin Bowling Network. Hit subscribe, it's free.
Jim Ayotte, the Pro Series champion before last, in addition to bowler the year before last, which reminds me the Pro Series is coming up this Saturday with myself and with Kevin Burns and with Justin Scally. Justin Scally will have separate coverage of the women, and Kevin Burns and I will have separate coverage on the men.
Sorry, ladies. I'm contracted to go to Maine. It was booked before the Pro Series came out. Sorry. Yeah, 9 drop there.
And Kecyk a 6 fill in the spare.
And for 3 in a row, he's got it. Good start, 45 through 3, 55 in the ball through 4. Ayotte right on for a spare. That's 2 in the last 3 for him. 4, 4, 4, 44 in a ball through 4. Well, Greg, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, I do.
I'm starting to get a little bit of a mini bug just in time for the States this weekend. A triple-header Saturday, triple-header Sunday, 35 strings this weekend. Piece of cake.
Flu B, if you could believe that. B is supposedly the less miserable one, but I have a slightly different opinion.
They run say Les Miserables. I used to call it Les Miserables.
My half French side is hurting, but that's okay.
No offense. Nate Lee's 9 pin left up. Oh, I need more sleep.
Nate Lee's had a 352 last week. He's had a decent run of it, even though he's got a 108 average this year. But he is putting into work, as he mentions.
Just missed, dealing with a knee injury all year. Austin Barnes going left. He's up number 1. Lee's a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. First one tonight. Greg, is there ever a good time for that? Thanks.
There is not.
29 through 3. Barnes at 10. Strike 9, 2 10s. Perfect start. Kenneth Bowling, 10 spares and strikes. A perfect string. 39 through 3. And that's good news for the Mixed World Bowlers. Last year we paid out $1,500 from Candlepins for Cancer. A perfect string in the Mixed Worlds. 10 spares and strikes, the entire string. $100 bonus.
We got quite a few. And we got quite a few payouts.
$1,500 last year. Sponsoring $1,000. Belleville's Bowling Center. Concord, New Hampshire, June 27th, June 28th, June 29th. Kenneth Bowling Network will be there. Wall-to-wall coverage. Barnes 3-6, 4 left. And Lee's 7-10. He's saying, I'll play the wood. I'm going left on that wood in the middle.
Yeah, the right piece will probably just hit the curtain.
He tried to cap it. I thought he'd go left side of that wood, but to each his own. It's a crapshoot sometimes.
It may have been a bit of a miss as well. I have a feeling Lee's wanted more of the broad side of that.
Barnes, just missed the arc, not by much. Thought he had it.
Tough for him. He's a righty, but he throws from left to right, and it's tough to reach the 3-6 pocket that way.
How good could this guy, this Austin Barnes, be? Just a very humble guy and getting great experience the last several years in this team. Top contender for years to come. Lee's has a 9, 38 through 4 in the first of 3. 2 points a win per string, 1 for a tie. 4 for 12 this week, 30 of 35. And Barnes a field goal for an 8-20. Missing a scoreboard. Let's see it.
Yep, should be 37.
Right.
It will be eventually.
Okay, 37. And Lee's actually is 48 now through 4. All right, get that updated now.
And if they don't catch it, we'll catch it at the score check.
All right, Gacharna, slow start by his standards, 17 through 2, even lower for Dave Godwin, 15. I think he's like one of those hustler poker players, fool players, pretends to lose, then turn on the Jets and starts winning and taking all your money away.
Are you saying he is not a man of character?
I'm not saying that at all. Dave's a good dude. Having a good season after injured season last year. He spins 8. 8 wobbles left, 10 to the right, so we can give it a ride.
Oof, you were hit 8.
Clipwing Eagle for Gacharna, and he almost got it.
Gadzooks, what a bit on that. After Gacharna's 3rd straight split already.
Jeff Dunphy from Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. Jim Cardenas, thank you. Godwin, good effort, won't go. Glad to be here tonight with Greg. Greg, class act himself. Gacharna takes a 10. That puts it at 27 through 3 in the first of 3.
Yeah, a couple tenths is good going, all told.
And Godwin tickles it for a 10, 25 through 3. 169, 148, 21-pin lead for the 6th seed Metro.
That's how close Lou came on that one. He got both of the front pins. That's tough to do.
And Greg's like a kid in the candy store once again tonight with the instant replay.
Yeah.
In a sky bar.
That helps too.
Lou, 2-4 left, the 4 trying to fall, won't. 6 right wiggles.
4 splits.
Godwin pounds the pocket, and he has a wiggling 10 right, 4 on the left. Wood rolling back to maybe help.
Second time, Godwin just can't carry that extra.
Gacharna, doink the wood.
Dino Dellis just made a nice split conversion on 2, by the way.
He's been going really well the last few weeks, the Atlanta Candlepin Singles Tour. He's at a 161, a 160, and earlier this season a 157. But Dimitri is still the better brother, Butwell's bowler. Filling in tonight. Godwin trying to send it over. Good try there. The captain for Academy 2. Al Kecyk, the captain for Metro. Or is it Freshy's captain, right? Or Al? I get those two mixed up all the time. I should know that. Freshy.
Godwin takes 10 on that.
Freshy's the captain, but Al calls all the shots. That's what it is.
Well, you have to have a commanding presence in the locker room, so to speak.
When you call Freshy on his phone, it said, "This is Al Kecyk." I need some more sleep. All right, spare 3-10 for Joe Smith. Keith Beaupre at 10 now, a spare. Dave Godwin, 10 last box, 35 through 4, 7 for Gacharna, just 34 through 4, and a clean strike for the Tsunami on spare. No slow motion one that time. 30 through 2, 40 plus 2 through 3. They have the early lead on Academy 2.
Clean strike. What is this, 9-pin?
That's coming up in Abington late May to mid-June. Smith leads up number 1. The Candlepins website back up and running. Thanks, Greg, for getting that snafu fixed.
You got to pay the domain guy and the host and the web page designer. It's a whole thing.
Smith a 10, 33 through 3.
That's all the pins down. It should be said that Bob Lee would also like you folks to donate to Candlepins for Cancer as well, partially in honor of his late wife, Emily, as well.
Yep. He asked me to bring a donation bucket. We did that today, raised a few dollars, and $300 or $400 raised already before today in honor of his wife, Emily. This match dedicated to her tonight. Beaupre 2-1 split on a strike. Checkmark broken up by Smith. Now he goes with the 6-10 leave. Better odds now. Beaupre for 3 in a row. He's got it. Spare strike, spare. 50 through 3, 60 to ball through 4. Wow. Smith for a spare. That goes. His second spare, 43 to ball through 4, but it's 216 to 179. Academy 2 in the bright red shirts have the lead.
Yeah, I think we got the color distinction there on the scoreboard there, but yeah, 37 pins. Those 20 boxes, of which now Metro has 3 of, are stacking up quickly, even though they only have 2 extra strikes, but well-positioned strikes.
Aaron St. Cyr with the check mark right. Tim, Jim, and Jalbert on a strike. Setback lead, but decent wood to the 5.
And still the Corey Smith leave name is getting a lot of mileage.
Aaron on checks it, spare. 29 to the ball through 3.
Or kilometerage, no matter.
I have a hard time with metric. I don't know why. Never get into that one.
We going to have to learn if we're going to go to Moncton again.
What a try by Jalbert. 9 to strike, 29 through 2. I remember I got the worst class of metric in elementary school. And some guy got 7 right out of 35. I'm like, that guy's a dummy. It was me.
The United States did try it sometime, but it did get scuttled as well, and that's why we're still stuck with our imperial units.
Actually, I just freaked out. I couldn't study it. I got overwhelmed by that test, and I just couldn't figure it out. I was so into numbers, but I couldn't figure out the metric for some reason. Usually I'm good at math, but not metric. St. Cyr, 9. What's that metric? 16.7?
Well, everything's base 10, isn't it?
I don't know. I only got 7 right.
It's a huge 9 drop, though.
Haven't been the same since. St. Cyr for a spare, missed it.
Aaron St. Cyr, the defending Pro Series champion. We'll see who the new champion is this Saturday, tomorrow.
10 o'clock start, is that for you guys too?
Yes. 10 o'clock Eastern, of course.
And 10 for St. Cyr, 10 for Jalbert, 49 for Tim, 48 for Aaron after a spare 6. Spare 9 rather, right? So that's a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Top of the order means an update from Greg Gouillart.
245 to 208, that is confirmed officially. We have to look up manually otherwise. You see it there, and Al Kecyk with 3 marks and Keith Beaupre with 3 marks. That's 2 big reasons why Team Metro are way out in front through 4 boxes.
Jimbo Ayotte on a spare, drills 9. 4-pin left up, 53 through 4. Al Kecyk. Spell the name backwards, spell it forwards. K-E-C.
That'd be Kecyk, I guess.
Okay, no Z. Ayotte, rare miss there. 53 through 4, missed that chance for 3 out of 4. Kecyk on a spare, he had 8, 63 through 4. Another one.
Ice in his veins.
4 in a row, 73 at the half plus 1. Jimbo at 10. And that's his Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. 63 through 5 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
18 head pins to 13 for Team Metro in the early going. Pinning is exactly even. Both sides have left 9 pins standing.
Hey, Mark, don't rub it in about the metric system, okay? Mark's awesome. Wendy Frazier, good evening. Jason Murphy, hello. Michael Izzo, hello. Alina, hello. Or Aileen, rather, I should say. Aileen. Ralph Reitzel, is it pronounced Reitzel? From Moncton. Nico Puha, good to see you again. Michael Tomasello, hello.
Doesn't scroll more than that, I'm afraid.
It's a lemon drop, right? That's $1. Is that didn't fall down. Is it a lemon drop?
No, no, that's fell down on its own.
Tell them to pay $1 anyway for Candlepins for Cancer. The lemon drop shop, by the way, for those who don't know, the lemon drop, it's the second pin left, the 4, the second right, the 6, $1 for Candlepins for Cancer. 5 in a spare strike, 10 in the double strike.
Gives us a chance to see the standings as soon as I'm smart enough and pop them actually up on screen. You see them here. Academy 2, I got to stop saying you see it, but Academy 2 is in 3rd place right now. That's in terms of those match points we're giving out, 168 and 64, so they are 18 back of the lead. This is the 6th to last week, so only those top 3 teams, Central 3, Exeter, and Academy 2, that is, have a chance to take number 1 in the standings. Number 6, Metro, you see having a better performance than last time around. And the playoffs are 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4, 5 in the first round, so this could be a potential first round matchup. Academy 1 is clear ahead of Riverwalk by about 2 matches worth of points, but that can still change in this 30th week of 35.
Louis Beaupre rooting for Keith Beaupre. I wonder why. Back to live action. Ayotte 2-2 split. 5-8, 6-10 right. No wood, no luck. Meanwhile, Kecyk on a roll. 5 is the fill. 78 at the half. Yeah, trying to make an impossible shot. Won't go. Kecyk for another one. He got them all! 5 in a row. 88 in the ball through 6. Who is this guy? Ayotte 9. 72 through 6.
And we take a look again. A 4 horsemen, that inner pin makes it tough. The wood does help out as well, but you still have to run down that pesky diagonal of pins. And Al did. 88 and a ball.
Hey, Al, great bowling, Al, by the way. Hey, I got a question for you. How come Scrabble or Words of Friends doesn't have your spelling? I get a lot of K-E-C-Y-K, but I can't play it on Words of Friends. Can you make that a word? Your last name?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It can mean strike.
What has been the difference for your team, you think, this year, besides freshening up bowling tonight, helping you out?
You know what? I think having the 6-man rotation was big. You know, keeping together and working as a team. I think we're in a good spot right now and having fun.
Frustrated me out at 1 point the last 2 years. Now you're a solid 6th spot right now.
It's been 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
We missed the playoffs.
3 years.
But we're looking good right now.
Yeah.
Especially with the end of the season coming up. We'll just try to stay where we are. If not, move up and we'll be all right.
You're going to bowl in the mixed worlds, right?
Oh, yeah.
So a perfect game is $100 for Candlepins for Cancer, again this year. So
is that right?
Yep. Like
at
last
Mixed
year.
Worlds?
Yep. Same as last
all
year.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
I'll be there.
No pressure.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward
even if you get 10 10s, okay?
Yeah.
It counts.
Oh, yeah. I would take that all
right,
day.
Al. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Hey, Al Kecyk, thank you. Greg, update us for our away.
Nate Lee's just made a fantastic 5-7 conversion we're going to get a look at here. Barnes, that's a significant out to turn 4 into 8, and we're going to get another look here. Watch as he plays on the right side of the 5-pin. Wood in the back forms a perfect ramp, and that's how that spare goes.
We got another special guest, or some would say unspecial guest next. Percy, how you doing?
Hey, Paul, what's going on, man?
You're a fun guy.
Hey, I try, you know. How we doing tonight?
How's the newlywed doing?
Yeah, she's good, yeah. The due date's coming up in July, so she'll be here before we know it. Very excited, though.
Your team's doing good without you. Take another week off, they're saying, huh?
That's right. I'm okay with it. Whatever it takes to get the job done, Paul, you know? I'm all about the team here.
I know.
I got to save my energy for tomorrow anyway,
In other words, the team doesn't need you, huh?
True, that's right. I'm here to just coach and
You're such a fun guy, though.
I try. It's all about having
What does
fun.
your girl see in you, by the way?
I don't know. I hit the jackpot with her, that's for sure. I really did.
I was just talking to Al. You said the 6-man rotations helped your team. What has been the difference you think between now and the last 2 or 3 seasons? We just couldn't quite get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know. This year has been. It just seems like we're just clicking. We're all doing what we should be doing, and even when we have some tough nights, we bounce back hard. We don't. It's just. It seems like we got the good juju on our side finally. That's just kind of the only explanation. And adding Keith to our team has been absolutely massive too.
Yes.
He's been such a key part to our team, and I could not be happier that he's a part of our squad.
Well, he is a tsunami, so they devastate.
Oh, he's awesome. He's just very happy he's a part of our team, and he's a big reason why we have had such a very fast turnaround as a team.
You've had a good season in the Pro Series this year also yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's funny. My league scores are down, but my tournament scores are pretty okay.
So you like the Celtics? You'd like to tune out the lousy teams and beat the good teams, right?
I guess, yeah. That's it. But very excited for tomorrow. I got a bye round, so.
So in the top, what number are you at now?
What's that?
What number are you at? What round?
I'm number 4 seed.
Okay.
So I have the winner of Scott Douglas or Joey Lister.
Okay, that'd be a good one.
Tough match either way. Yeah, it's going to be very excited to bowl either one of those guys, so it'll be fun.
All right, I'll be in Maine. I hope to hear you shout from Maine, okay?
That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, Paul. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
talking to you.
Greg.
Thanks so much. That'll be tomorrow again, 10 a.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Atlantic.
Compete with the Maine State, APH, 10 o'clock, and the Classic Eliminations at 12:30. Men's and women's APH average for handicap in the Classic Eliminations could be Kai Hunt, Mark Weber, that 12:30 match on Canopy Network on YouTube. I'll be calling that match.
Oh, that would be must-see viewing.
Kai is the 4th. He has the first round bye. 12 make it, 4 get a bye. 5 in the women's side of the Opens this year because the 12th bowler dropped out and nobody take a place. So it'll be Kai Hunt. If Mark Weber, the 5 seed, wins his first match against the 12th seed, it'll be Weber and Hunt. 12:30 tomorrow on YouTube on Canopy Bowling Network. That'll be a war.
And APH is quite simply handicap. It's just a different name for it.
Yeah, the Weber one is actually is a classic one, open eliminations, no handicap in that one. But
right,
that's tough. That's a tough quarterfinal matchup. That could be a semifinal or finals. And like last year, Cole Fry and Chris Miller won for the ages. 10-string final at Stars and Strikes, the Maine State Open Eliminations last year. That was a war won by Cole Fry. And then the 1-2 seed again this year. We'll have Chris Miller in that second round tomorrow also in that match as well.
We're spoiled for choice no matter where you look here on Candlepin Bowling Network.
All right.
Boy.
Greg, will you do some play-by-play for a little bit, okay?
7 fill for Smith there. Not quite sure how that results. He's got the 4, 6, and 9. Good grief. Beaupre's got a much better leave here. Sends it through that, and how in the world did that 6-pin not go? Good grief. Beaupre, that's easy as you like. He's got an 8 fill and another. Still all the pins knocked down. 78 in a ball. And right as Freshie was saying, what a difference maker he's been for the team. Smith pins out the nigh impossible split for a 10 box. 60 at the half is nothing to sneeze at.
That's why had you called the play-by-play, I thought I was going to sneeze. I'm not allergic to you, by the way.
Yeah. You're button number 2, by the way, if you need to do that again. I swear we'll get a new cough button. We're working on a budget here. Oh, my. Strike on spare, Keith Beaupre. He's got 5 marks in a row, just like Kecyk.
What a big lead this is for Metro, the 6th seed, taking on the 3rd seed on the road.
Smith twice accurate, no mark, though, as he rings another pin around. I'm still shook over that 4-6-9 that almost went.
Beaupre 98 already, Greg. 98 plus 2 in the 6th. Incredible.
Beaupre's average is 122 this year in the Friday Night Pro League. Top average is Joe Smith on Academy 2, 117. Now over to Aaron St. Cyr and Tim Jalbert. Remember, 2 points to the winner of each string and 2 for total, 8 in all. Any ties, if Academy 2 can find a way, split the points, quite simply. 3 Academy teams here tonight, all home matches, obviously. Academy 1, 2, and 3. And down go both the 4 and the 9. Aaron St. Cyr gets the 5th strike for the team. Metro is on the picket line. There's strikes galore. close, but the 6-pin foils Jalbert. Everything got sent behind.
I'm telling you, I think it's because Freshy's sitting out. He's an easy target, isn't he?
But it is a 6-man rotation.
It is.
Indeed.
It is. He's a good bowler. He's had a good year himself.
Teams can have a 5 or 6-man roster protected, and then anyone not on such a roster can substitute on any given night.
But Freshy can throw a 95 and then come back and throw a 160 like a lot of these bowlers can.
Sometimes I've found Freshy just gets a case of splits. That's gone. Tim Jalbert decks 10 for his second strike of the string. Saints here thought he buried that one, but the defending Pro Series champion gets a split staring back at him. 3, 4, 6, 10. He got on the 3-6 and hit the 10 as well for a 9 fill. 67 at the half. And that'll be a 9 box. And now,
Let's pause.
Yeah.
10.6 seconds for the station ID from Greg Gouillart, then the update and the scores.
Let's do this instead, by the way. That is not a final score. I don't know why this thing is trying to lie to us. That's better. 66 pins is the margin right now. It says 67 on the board. We'll check in on that. But Team Metro, 5 strikes and 9 spares to 2 strikes and 5 spares. Al Kecyk and Keith Beaupre on 5-mark streaks and counting.
Kecyk trying to split the uprights, 6 down on the spare. 94 through 6. The wiggle for Ayotte, 189. Kecyk for 6 in a row, not this time. We'll get the ID break after this. I give you too much at once.
We got it.
Like a metric.
Oh my goodness, that ball just narrowly misses the 9.
I overwhelmed it too much like a metric system test for me. Kecyk a rare 7 tonight, 101 through 7, still a great string. Ayotte 9, gains 2 back, 81 through 7. Now let's pause, 10.6 seconds for station identification from Greg Gouillart.
This is like kilograms of workload right now. Hi, this is Candlepin Bowling Network. Watch this replay. My name is Greg Gouillart. That's Paul Grant, and this is Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Please like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so that you don't miss any shot apart from the times when the replay guy doesn't come right back on time.
Once again, same lead for Kecyk, 1-3-7-10, so we can get it this time. And Ayotte 6-10, 7 left, so we can scoot that wood over. Kecyk, nice shot, he got it! What a shot for a spare, 111 the ball in the 8. 6 marks in 7 boxes.
Great shot by Kecyk, who's having a heck of a string.
Instant replay?
Oh yeah, Ayotte's got what's not covering the 10 really, and it deflects.
How much time do you have to play the instant replay, by the way, after live? Do you have a certain time frame?
About 7 seconds, I think. It stretches 7 seconds out to be 10 so that people can see it at, instant replay speed. Now let's see if I actually hit the button in time. Yes, I did. And you see that 10-pin gets clipped out just by the ricocheting 3-pin.
Can I say it one more time?
You could. Maybe some other time.
Ooh.
But you can watch it back on Candlepin Bowling Network on demand. All our videos are there, hundreds of them.
After you subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never miss a ball when we go live.
Especially for tomorrow, folks, so that you're in the know about all the streams. The Men's Pro Series, the Women's Pro Series, and the Main State APH and Open. You will be notified about each and every one.
Barnes a slow motion strike. They got 4 slow motion strikes tonight.
Just
combined.
like you could see each and every pin on Austin Barnes' side fall one after the other.
And that looked like an instant replay shot. And that try, but Lee's.
I was too slow on it. Sorry.
Barnes 61 plus 2 through 7 on the board. Lee's a 10. That's a 10, right?
Yes, it is.
Scoreboard's not updated yet, so 80 through 7 in the first of 3. Greg gets the second string and part of the third. If not all the third, we'll see. Voice feels good right now.
Sounds good. Yeah, too much respiratory nonsense going around, tell you what.
Lee's going left for 5. His team has the lead, 415 to 343. Stunning start.
Get your vaccines, kids. Just, they're not guaranteed results.
Barnes on the left side himself. He gets 4, maybe 5, even more, maybe 7. Keep going. 8.
Oh.
Where's the 1 and 10? Come on down. Almost all double.
Yeah, why not at that point?
There's a word you can write it backwards that says "why not." If somebody told me that the other day, I forgot what word it was. If you say the name,
What, Tony? Backwards?
I think so. I forgot though.
Barnes luckless on that. Gets the 9 fill on the strike.
I'll have to look at the homework assignment for next week. Nate Lees grabs them all for a 10. 90-8. Back-to-back 10s. Barnes a 9. After a strike 9 at the minimum, 70-7. Now one other par, 79-8.
Your stream's not out of sync, folks. Paul really did see that halfway down the lane.
Yeah, there's talk of, Jim, of doing a ladies Friday Night Pro League. It's tough. A lot of ladies don't bowl because of schedules and whatever, so hopefully they'll do something. Start small. Ben Witz, hello, from watching from Wisconsin. Mr. Gamer, man, Alt XD. I love that name. I made it to number 6 seed, by the way, for APH. Jason Campbell, that's right. Hello. Congratulations. Unfortunately, we don't have you in that first stream, I don't think.
Sorry, Jason. I know we've seen you before. I keep forgetting the username.
1710 Sports in Augusta, Maine.
There's no need to use your real name on the internet. We'll figure it out. Sorry, that sounded like a terrible doxing threat. I didn't mean it that way.
My name is XYZ square 5 to the root of 5. The square root of 5. Terry Forbes, Maine, watching. Donald Ferguson from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. Hello. Lou Gacharna, same spot. 5'10 special here.
Yeah.
With wood to work with for Mr. 235, Dave Godwin.
Yeah, spot 3, a lot of splits. I mentioned Gacharna has 5 splits, and now Godwin has 4, including this one.
8 fill gives him 63-6 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Is there space to the left of the 5?
He got it!
Or just slam the wood, sure.
Wood goes right into the middle of the 10-pin for a spare. Gacharna, nice out for an 8, so that puts Lou at 57-7, looking for his first mark of the string. And Godwin back-to-back, 73 and a ball through 7. Academy 2 trying to get it closer. They're down 433 to 379. Well past the first half of the first string. Week 30 of 35. Gacharna pocket shot, rolls 7, 2-7-8. Godwin on the bonus, goes right for 5. 78 through 7 at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass.
.278 just on the wood for Gacharna, no good. Godwin, Wood's not quite covering the 9.
Oh, good try. It's a little too full. Denied 3 in a row. I'm really thrilled to be back, Greg. Missed you last couple of weeks. Good to have you back.
If it isn't one thing, it's another. It's great to be here, though.
Lewis 7 wasn't there, I guess. Just 64 through 8.
Anniversary celebrations were the other part of it.
Godwin 9. 87 through 8 in the first of 3.
Yep, 46 pins the lead for Metro right now, or 47, I'll have to score check, but it is dwindling. But we're running out of boxes in this string. Still, though, Academy 2, lots of value in cutting this down. Make sure they grab every single point. They still have a chance to be number 1 and run down Exeter in Central 3.
Beaupre his strike, his second strike, and a 5-mark-in-a-row streak right now. 3 in the first ball. Here's Joe Smith. Rolling the 3 down. The 1 does not fall. The 9 does behind. 1 and the 10 would behind to help.
Beaupre has a perfect game going, but this will be tough to pin out.
You got 4 actions, and the pin fell down. And wow, what a shot, Nico. Highlight reel, spare. 6 marks in a row. Another big 20. Spare on strike.
Well, excuse me for calling that a pinning problem. We'll take another look there.
Smith denied.
Yeah, again, Smith comes up light on that back pin, I'm afraid.
Keith, 108 through 6, 118. The ball in the 7th. Incredible.
Usually Smith's slower delivery is able to power through as he gets this 10 box. But Keith Beaupre against the 4 horsemen and the 6'10 delivers a cross-pocket shot, and bang, they all go as one.
When he's locked, he's one of the deadliest bowlers in the game today.
As we've seen on Candlepins for Cancer live show. Next one May 3rd at Boutwell's Bowling Center, Concord.
Through a 457 in season 2, he powers 7. 7 gets nudged and falls out of bounds. 6'10 right. Can't pull this one off.
Concord, New Hampshire, not my hometown, Concord, Mass.
125 through 7. 2 left. Would to help maybe to the 3-6-10. Beaupre. Oh, too bad. The streak starts at 6. Good effort.
Still the perfect game to play for, though. Wants this pin.
Smith. Can't get to the 3.
A modest but prestigious title. All the 10 spares and strikes. All the pins down.
Keith not perfect now. 9, 134 through 8. Only pin on the deck. Not bad. Joe Smith, a 10, 89 through 8. Update from Greg after these next two boxes from the anchor bowlers.
Again, 134 through 8. Any guy would be thrilled with 120 for the string in general.
476 to 413, a 63-pin lead for Metro from PBD Mass. Next week it's Academy 1, the 8th seed, and the 7th seed, Academy 3. 7:30 live, April 11th, 2025, right here on YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network. The rockstar Aaron St. Cyr rolling 5. Wood takes out the 1 maybe and does not fall. And Jim Jalbert with a spread eagle. He's on a strike. Second strike of the first. Aaron for a spare. Oh, the ball on the wood go right by the 4. Jalbert takes a 5 on the strike, clip wing eagle leave.
Yeah.
73 through 6.
Calling that a kitchen sink miss for St. Cyr. Threw everything at it.
Now, I don't understand that phrase. As Aaron gets 9 and he gets a rare 6, Jalbert does. Why would you say throw the kitchen sink? It's very hard to uncork a sink. It's screwed into the wall.
Well, I mean, you'd have to get some professional help at it.
Come
I
on,
guess.
how can you throw the kitchen sink when it's cemented down?
I guess once
I
upon
never
a time
understood that phrase.
I guess once upon a time that was easier to do. Standard gutter clearance here gives me a chance to score check this. Why am I a pin
you got
off?
portable dishwashers, right? You can throw at the pins and the ball, but no portable sinks. Just saying.
So Aaron St. Cyr was a pin light in box number 6, so that 86 is correct, and now we have the scores as officially shown, 485 to 424.
Aaron rolls 8, 6 wiggles, 10 right. Wood rolling away. Jim and Jalbert left side, 7, 1 wiggling, 3 and 6 opportunity.
Both strong on the head pin, these anchor bowlers. Jalbert 5 of 8, and St. Cyr now 6 of 8.
St. Cyr missed right. Jalbert missed right also. Mason Shade, thanks for watching. Now back in Ohio. It's just not the same. There is a place in Ohio to bowl. And St. Cyr takes a 10.
Wyoming Civic Center.
Jalbert a 9. Funny story happened to me on a train. I fell asleep one time. Remind me about that thing about Wyoming afterwards, if you think of it.
495 to 433, a 62-pin margin. Just the 1 mark standing on each side, including Al Kecyk on his 6th mark now of the string to go alongside Keith Beaupre's 6-mark string. Smattering of marks. Nobody has more than 2 on the Academy 2 side.
Jimbo Ayotte, 3-1 split, 2-4-5 on the left side, 10 right.
Oh,
corner.
look at this.
And look at another strike. He's got 2 strikes. That one on a spare. 121 through 8, 131 plus 2 of the 9. Jimbo, good try. Won't get to the 10.
And that's the caliber of bowler Ayotte is. He's dismayed he didn't make that 3-1 split. Al Kecyk, 7 marks in a game where anyone would be thrilled to have 4.
Ayotte 10, 100 through 9. 7 marks in the last 8 boxes like Beaupre. He only has 1 9 box in the first.
Here's the latest edition of the Al Kecyk, so a little bit of a crossover hit on this one, but the 6-pin falls anyway.
They may go to a 5-man rotation, keep Fresh out the rest of the year if this keeps up. Hey, Fresh, they may go
How
to.
the hell is this happening right now?
They may go to 5-man rotation the rest of the year with this.
This is
I'll sit the rest of the year. Let's go.
He darn near
We're gonna be
doubled.
Academy 4 at this rate, man.
Almost doubled it up.
Wow. This
Jimbo
is
the-
awesome. He beat his last week's total already. Okay,
Another mark.
I can say that because he doesn't have Facebook, so I can make fun of him.
141 through 9, 151 on the ball in the 10th.
Unreal.
He's
Al
bowling,
the
like,
Iceman Kecyk.
he's bowling like you in the Pro Series, Freshie.
That's it, I can't bowl in leagues, so he's making up for, my lack of scores.
Does it help? As 107 string for Jimbo Ayotte, does it help you getting a day off before the Pro Series to rest before tomorrow?
Not really. I mean, in my mind, I'm
Kecyk spread eagle, nothing
That's
wrong with the
all right. Right place to leave
155 opening string.
right place to
Wow.
leave it. Nice game, buddy.
Greg,
No, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's either way. I'll use it as an advantage. Let's put it like that. I should say I hope I'll use it as an advantage.
Remind the folks, Iceman simply because he's a cool customer?
What's that?
Is he Iceman just because he's a cool customer?
So When we bowled our first year as Price's Wood Flooring, I don't know, whenever that was, he bowled anchor for a few matches. He pulled out some really clutch scenarios. He was Iceman ever since then.
But George Gervin, the old ABA, San Antonio Spurs, was the original Iceman.
This guy's freaking Victor Wembanyama right here.
Nah, I don't like the Spurs. I thought Lemon dropped $1 for Campbell's for cancel. But at least, Nate, put a buck in for him, Freshie.
Yeah, well, what's this? I only got...
Aaron St. Cyr, point his finger.
Oh, that's good for Barnes.
Hey, Al, we're just telling Freshie, maybe we should go to a 5-man rotation the rest of the year. You're bowling this well.
Maybe. Give him a break till the
Put him on the
playoffs.
bench, right? Bench him.
Hey, you know what? We'll rest him for the
Is
playoffs.
he, any truth he's on the waiver wire?
No,
No, he
absolutely
ain't on the
not.
waiver wire.
Absolutely not.
He is not going anywhere.
Is he going to be a salary dump?
He ain't going anywhere.
I'm happy where I'm at. I don't need any more money.
That's right. He ain't going anywhere.
All right. All right, guys, good luck the rest of the way.
Hey, thank you.
All right, thanks. Al, Kecyk, Freshie, Nick Cefaletto, Greg.
Nate Lees has been pinning well. He's only left 2 pins standing despite just 2 marks right now, so that 100 through 9 is still quite a robust score.
So 3 of their bowlers have only 4 pins combined left in the deck. Pretty darn good. Barnes 6 bill, 95 through 9. Lees with a setback leave. Very clutch bowler over the years.
In case anyone's got the same spreadsheet as me, I show 5 pins between 3 bowlers. That is incredible pinning by Metro all the same. Oops. Sorry, folks. Got a little klutzy there.
Peter, thank you for watching Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale. Is it Stretto? You say it right? Fretto? Soretto? I want to get it right. When you get Paul Grant, you're spoiled. Barnes a 9. After a spare 6, bogus string by his standards. 105 first string. Lees a 108 opening string. And $1 for Caleb Prince for cancer. And Dimitri Dellis with the $5 on a spare, right?
I'm a job on a spare.
Hey, Dimitri Dellis, talk about Bubba's Bowling Center, first of all. You're 23 years young. What a year you're having, your best year by far.
Yeah.
About 9 pins higher than last year.
Made a little bit of a mental adjustment. Made a little bit of faster ball this year, more accurate.
So you're the
Been working
better.
on a couple things.
So I call you the better brother Butwell's bowler.
Yep, I appreciate that.
And number 5 seed, Jason Moose, the final week of the season, you bowl him, right?
Yep. So
At the Candlepin Singles Tour Class C.
oh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun rest of the year.
What a shot for Godwin for a spare. So who is the better brother bowler right now in your family? Is it you still?
Well, if you go by average, it's me. But any day, any bowler can win. So we'll see what happens in our brother bowler match. We'll see. See what happens.
It's going to happen this summer for Candlepin for Cancer. $100 each and the winner for bragging rights, 5 strings.
For sure.
The Better Brother Bowlers Butwell's Bowl coming to Candlepin for Cancer this summer on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, a primary ranking event.
All right. Thank you, Ball.
All right, thank you, Dimitri. Good luck on the other side. The other matches are covering tonight.
And stay tuned for the sequel, the reenactment of the Better Butter Battle.
Dave Godwin, 9 in the fill, 106 through 9. Gacharna, half Worcester, 2 fill, just 76 through 9. Finally gets Mark, and you get a tough fill.
Chris Winiars is trying his hardest to ruin my broadcast. I'm just kidding. He was bringing a table through.
Chris should have used his wand to pick that table up.
It's Leviosa. Chris
Missed that-
Winiars is central too.
Missed a second shot and made it in the third. That's a Paul Grant special. Put a buck in, Dave. 10, 116, first string. Gacharna 9. Disappointing 85 opening string, but his team is carrying him so far. And then some, 378.
Yeah, so the pin,
578 to 505, make it 578, 505. Greg.
so the pinning really nets out in this case, and Metro is still winning the pinning battle by 3 pins. 28 pins left standing to Academy 2's 31. Joe Smith gets 6 out on this one. 1, 3, 8, and 10.
Another
Beaupre.
strike for the Tsunami. Unconscious.
His 3rd strike of the string, 7th mark.
144 plus 2 in the 9th. Wow. Smith, what a shot for a spare. 99 in the ball in the 9th. Trying to keep it close in total.
This time we'll put Smith on the highlight reel. 1, 3, 8, and 10.
2 strings after this. Greg Gouillart is the middle string next.
You go over 150, you get blue, bold, and italicized on Mike Machichi's secretary spreadsheet for the Friday Night Pro League. Beaupre should be well north of that now.
Nate at least put his dollar in. I gave him grief. He put it in. Thank you, Nate. 8 fill, 107-9 for Smith.
Almost got that 10 pin to carry.
Beaupre for a double strike. He gets 8. That looked good. 5 wobbles. The 9 holds firm. Englewood in front, 1 behind. 152 right now, plus another ball on the strike in the 9th. Smith spare. Back to back. 117 of the ball in the 10th.
And there's that deft touch for Smith that gets so much damage done.
Beaupre to the mark. Got it. What a performance! 154 through 9, 164, and a ball in the 10th. Amazing. Nico highlight reels all weekend long. Nico, you're going to be busy.
So 1 ball coming up for each side. Pins are flying at Academy Lanes Haverhill.
Smith for a strike, 9. Wood rolling to the 4. It will fall. Another slow motion strike. On spare to end up the string, and Beaupre of 1-5, center Worcester. That's a youch. Y-O-U-C-H. Put the dictionary, Webster. Youch.
The injustice, he gets stuck with a 166.
You can say a paltry 166 on 2 fill. How about that? 166. Smith ends up with a 127 finish after 89 through 8.
I
2
mean,
boxes left.
hopefully it won't be a situation where Metro's missing those 2 pins. Academy 2 does have racetrack to run down this margin in the 2 strings to come.
610 to 543. Metro's led.
As it is, Smith gained a mark by beating him on the fill 10-2. Say what you will about the luck.
Metro's led most of the way.
Jalbert's
Jalbert
not a strike, I'm sorry.
St. Cyr, 7-10 goal poles. It's being spin it over.
I must have hit the smudge as I was fumbling that.
Jalbert way off course there. St. Cyr for a spare. Of course! Metro unstoppable here in the first. 106 in the ball for the Rockstar. Had a spare strike earlier.
And Aaron St. Cyr's having a more normal definition of professionally strong.
And Jalbert, a rare 6. 94 through 9. The Academy 2 needs a Snickers bar. They're not themselves.
Special shout out to Tim Jalbert's wife, Sarah, if you're watching. Good to see you, if so.
Chuck, you never answered my question. How do you pronounce it? Is it Grindle or Grindle? Good evening. Glad to be here. Tom Upton watching. Hello, Tom. Jim Dickinson from Woodstock, New Brunswick, Canada. Thank you. Karen Jeff Cutting. Hello. Thank you for the compliments. We appreciate your kindness.
And if Paul misses you folks, he is literally bending over backwards to read everything. Well, bending down anyway. Oh,
I'm forward thinking. I'm leaning over. I'm forward thinking.
There you go. Wood just wasn't covering the 9 for St. Cyr. He misses his mark.
Jalbert at 10. Tough start. 104 opening string. The Rockstar Arian St. Cyr at 10. Jackson 5. 1, 2, 3. First string. That's at 124. Let's see. The Spitfield was 8, was it?
Yeah, apparently 637 to 558. We'll see.
10. Should be at 123. It showed at 8 in the fill, so it should be.
But as we have it here, 637 to 558. 22 marks to 13 for Metro, who grabs those first 2 match points for winning the first string handily.
I say fix that 7 fill, 113-10, 123 first string. Update from Greg Gouillart, he calls the second string.
And there you go, you got the update there. Pinning was 28 left standing for Metro and 35 left standing for Academy 2. I'll take the scoreboard away. We get a look at the standings.
637 to 559. The 6 seed leads the 3 seed. Second string it away. Here's Greg Gouillart.
Thanks so much, 4 horsemen for Al Kecyk to start. Already 8 marks.
So it's Grindle. Okay, I got it right. Chuck Grindle. Thank you, Chuck.
I thought it rhymed with Frindle if anyone's read that kid's book.
Well, it depends. You know, certain countries pronounce it differently. Like, look at John Aloha. Aloha. Aloha's hello and hello goodbye.
And Frindle was a
Maybe
penned
means
word.
yes, maybe means no.
Hey, that's gone. A 1 and 8 conversion for Jimbo Ayotte. And Academy 2 off to a good start.
Middle string underway. We're at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. Paul Graham with Greg Gouillart on the play-by-play. Week 30 of 35, the Friday Night Pro League Game of the Week on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. After this box, we get a station ID from Greg Gouillart.
9 box for Al Kecyk to begin. Just making sure here, 646 to 5. Okay, so I'm a pin light apparently on Academy 2 side. I'll have to check the score sheet in a sec to see where I'm missing a pin on Academy 2 side, if you're able to check that. So Paul will do my dirty work for me, and Kecyk will pick up 5 on this first one. Ayotte just 3, I'm afraid. And he's got 13 to begin. I will not forget the legal ID just because I don't have my supervisor here. See, Wood's still rolling back towards this 10. Kecyk can't get it to go. Now denied. And Ayotte still got 4 pins standing. So taking a look here, let me confirm the scores here. 10 box for Kecyk. And nice split conversion for the out. A 10 box for Ayotte. He's got 23 for the pair. And I'll confirm while you watch that beautiful shot again. 107. Barnes is on 105, so we'll give him a 10 box there. And then that should bring him up to the 559 that we had him at. Thank you. Now over to Nate Lees and Austin Barnes. I mentioned Austin Barnes, Easter Classic champion. That's the 20-string annual competition that takes place at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Most recent champion and only one of 2 men to ever throw a 200 string. John Zernicke, the only one who's thrown higher. 9 drop, does not convert. Lees misses a single that time. Barnes' trying to dig in here. Glancing below on the right side of the 3 pin. Still they fall. Still the 8 pin goes. Not the 5 pin. Lees takes 10. Still only the 4 pins left standing through the 9 markless frames. Deflected away. Barnes has 9. Now Kecyk had a 351 last week. Jimbo Ayotte 377. Nate Lees had a 352 last, and Austin Barnes a 339 last week.
Hey, Sean McDonald just threw a 143 for the 12th seed, Central 2. They beat the 8th seed, the 7th seed rather, Academy 3. We'll see next week Academy 3, Academy 1 next Friday night.
A lot of talent in even the lower seeds.
All right, let's get that station ID. Let's do 9.9 seconds for station ID.
Hi, it's Candlepin Bowling Network. That was Paul Grant. I'm Greg Gouillart. Thank you very much for watching on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube most reliably. Like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so that you're always in the know. Lees a 9 drop. Barnes 8. Nate, a co-organizer of the Pro Series, along with Nick Zuffalato. Ace pairs on the 5 pin. 10 box and a spare to begin. Barnes has the 5 and 7 with an interesting piece of wood. Looks like it's looking more at the 7 than the 5. His trying to go low on it and spins it in perfectly. Good shot. I'm not sure if I caught that replay there. I'll see. Yes, it does. See, the ball drives on the right side of it, and that allows the ball to carry through and hit that 5 pin. And then the wood to take out the 7 pin as it was going to already. Now Lou Gacharna and Dave Godwin. Lou actually very kindly donated a lighting rig I still need to set up here. It comes in like this huge coffin case. His workplace was consigning it for the scrap heap. Now I just have to figure out how to work the thing. Need to figure out if it has an owner's manual or something. But if it works out, maybe we'll be able to put it to good use on shows like Candlepins for Cancer. 2-4-10 for Gacharna. Lou just hits the wood, doesn't work. Godwin has to be careful with this front wood. This 9 pin drop's not a gimme. And unfortunately, it's the wrong piece. He was trying to avoid that piece of wood. And he did. My goodness, what a 10 box that is for Gacharna. 2-4-10 made clean. And for all the pinning foibles earlier, that just made up for it in a big way. Take a look at this again. 2-4-10. What was that? Right foot really slides out from under him there. And the 2-pin played perfectly, glancing slightly off the wall. That is that. Paul Grant with the latest.
After this ball, Gacharna, who gets 9 after this ball.
Sure. Godwin on the head pin, a little full. 2-4-6.
All right, wait till the box is over.
The man is capable of patience. Lou spares.
Sometimes I wonder. Not in traffic so much.
2 marks to 2 now. Close string in the early going. Godwin. Wood comes down and coerces that 6-pin one way or another.
Nico highlight reel again. Number 2 seed extra 1 point on the first to Central 3. How about them? 655 to 533 over the 8 seed Academy 1. 102-pin win. Chris over here at the ankle, 146. The freight train, Joey Lister, 138. Awesome Aaron Fontaine, 131. 119 the high for Josh Rio. Brian Full Jr., 115 for Academy 1.
So if and only if Central 3 lost their first string, Exeter is now ahead right now. We will be in Exeter lanes tomorrow for the Pro Series men's and women's playoffs. Keith Beaupre, the 2-4-9, and Joe Smith, 3 pins taken out on the first one. Beaupre, spare! Again it goes as one. Metro starting to stack up the spares. Smith just full on the head pin, and unfortunately he's got a tougher one for the third ball. Good outcome would be to get half of the pins here. Nice shot. In fact, he got 9 out of it. 9 box for Joe Smith. Joe Smith had a 336 last week. Keith Beaupre a 339 last week. Both of them with the top averages on their team. Beaupre spare fill, lost it into the 2-pin, but still they mix, and he's got 8. Joe Smith waiting for the action to clear up on lane number 2. PJ Michaud just has to clear out the gutter on his side. Now over to Smith. Cross lane delivery into the head pin. Down goes the 10 and 6, and now he does get that extra pin to trip. Maybe a sign of more fortunate bowling to come, although Smith did get his 4 spares and a 127. Good 2-pin conversion. And again, Beaupre, a split spare. Smith was going to come back for this 2-pin. Which way will it fall? Where's the wood going? Forward. Didn't quite hit it where he wanted it, but had a chance to get it to go anyway. Piece of wood, piece of cake, 10 bucks.
Got an update, Greg. That Central 2 match you talked about, they won the first string 598 to 551 over Academy 3 on the road. You mentioned Sean McDonald, MAC 143. Cliff Walker, the 9th seed tomorrow against Mike Jakes, the 8th seed, our starts and strikes at Westport Bowling Lanes tomorrow. The first round, the main state playoffs, at a 122. And for Academy 3, the high man, Scott Lapierre, 122. They're down 47 to Central 2.
String number 2 of 3, live from Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling Network. 8-pin will drop for St. Cyr. He's got a 10-pin and a 9-pin crushed. 9-pin drop crushed for Tim Jalbert. 6-pin remaining. Metro off to a rip-roaring start with a 79-pin victory in the first string. Wouldn't have counted even if it had gone for St. Cyr. That's in the gutter. And Jalbert gets the spare. 10 and a ball to begin. 22 marks to 13 in that first string. St. Cyr a 10 box. Tomorrow, Pro Series and Main States competition, both on Saturday tomorrow, both at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hello to Stephen and Scott and to everyone else we haven't had the chance to say hello to. Hey, feel free to keep chatting it up so that we notice you. We appreciate each and every one of you. Check marks apiece as Jalbert picks up a 6 fill. St. Cyr has his on the right side. Remember, Aaron has a left to right break on his ball. So he'll come all the way over to the left side and collect it. And he's got a 10 box and a spare to begin. Jalbert on the object pin, and that is all he gets with that glancing blow. Close string in the early going. And now a 9 box.
This match dedicated to Emily Lee. Bob Lee's wife just passed away from colon cancer this past week, 58 years young. Did a moment of silence before the match. The bowlers all came in the lane. A great gesture by the bowlers. Thank you very much. Class acts.
Really appreciate them giving us the time and space to do that for our executive producer. Our continued condolences to the Lee family for your loss.
By the way, since you're doing the play-by-play, do I have to do the updates? Or do you still do the updates? You do the updates.
I get to do everything. 4 marks to 2 for Metro. That's
By
basically
the
the big difference
you
here.
You dropped your Sky Bar on the floor.
Just
Did you ever
one
eat that
pin.
Oreo cake store I gave you a month ago?
I did not knock that down. Look at this. That strike's going to go, and everything's coming up Millhouse for Al Kecyk right now. We're going to get another look at that in just a second.
He only has 2 pins left in the deck and 13 boxes.
He did have a 7 box at one point.
Oh, did he? I missed that. Okay. Whoops.
But he's been pinning well otherwise.
5 pins in the deck and 13 boxes. Still not bad.
Yeah, chance of the 6-10. He's got it to go, and he responds in kind. Now let's take a look at just how exactly this strike mixes out for Kecyk. He does get on his head pin, and then the 5-pin trips out from behind. Nine into the 5.
What a way to make a living.
All the marks open.
Craig. Sing it, Craig.
What was
Working
that?
9 to 5.
Ah.
That's my silly voice.
Spread eagle for Ayotte on his fill. Al gets the same 4 on his strike fill. Just on the 4-pin for Ayotte. He'll have to pin this out. Kecyk, 6-pin. Out it goes. Spare on strike with a great recovery ball. And still all the marks standing for Metro. Metro Bowl in Peabody, Massachusetts. Seldom get the chance to cover their home matches because they have wall-to-wall leagues that make filming there nigh impossible. That's why we seldom get the chance to until much later in the year, which hopefully we'll have the chance to do, this being the 30th week of 35. We'll let you know. Nate Lees and Austin Barnes again. Austin Barnes has the nickname Lloyd Christmas. I assume it's a reference. Bit of a mean one at that, quite honestly. Metro again threatening to make a run here. 10 pins plus 3 extra marks. That's not going to help unless this keeps busting up. Now it's not the worst sleeve in the world with the 2-6-10. Nate, 6-pin gets bumped off spot. The fill is 6. Good job, Cubica scorer. You realized it was off spot as well. Didn't get juked by that. Let's see where Barnes plays this. Trying to play on the left side of the pin and shoot it across. And that flatwood could have taken the 6 and 10. And the third ball, I expect he'll go right to go with the safer shot. Lees takes out the 6, 7, 10 with the wood. Barnes 7 fill, and he does go right on this one. Only comes away with an 8 box despite a well-placed ball. Lee's third ball coming up. And there's that 9. Isn't it interesting that Academy 3 and Academy 2 are now onto the red shirts? Academy 2 was wearing black and navy, including during their championship run 2 years ago. Academy 2 took out the team to their right to win that championship, now Exeter Bowling Lanes, formerly representing Woburn Bowladrome. It's still a mystery what's going on with Woburn Bowladrome. Very closed-door affair as to what is being developed in there, but work is still ongoing. And although the opening date is not nearly as soon as many people had hoped, it's not an impossibility either. The condition of the Candlepin Lanes is also uncertain, but that is probably just our lack of knowledge more than anything. Lee's ace of wood in front of the 1 and 8. Hits it to the side more so. Was trying to hit it flat on, and unfortunately, everything deflects around the 8-pin. I think that spare smudge away from Barnes, excuse me. 4 marks to 1 the situation. Just the 5-pin, that'll be another 8 box for Barnes. So Lee's a chance to gain half a mark through pinning alone by getting this plank. Against the plank, it's good. So 3 pins gained on pinning alone for Metro. 12 pins and 3 balls ahead already. 7 marks to 5, but again, another critical 20 box for Al Kecyk. And the leadoff man is providing a huge spark. Oh. Sorry about that. I think so. It got dislodged briefly. Looks like our monitors lived somehow. That's a minor miracle. Godwin gets 8 pins out, and don't tell Paul. Gacharna gets rid of just 1. Paul's going to come around with a $5 invoice, knowing him. And all for a good cause for Candlepins for Cancer, especially on a night like tonight. Candlepins4cancer.com. I don't know how that 7-pin didn't go. But one thing that is reliable is Candlepins4cancer.com, so that you can donate. It's Bowlers Helping Bowlers. And just that modest financial support goes a long way, so thank you very much. Owen Marr, it's good to see you. You're a great YouTube content creator. I've subscribed to your channel as well. Sorry to hear you got that injury and hope you're doing well. And if nothing else, hopefully the recovery goes well. Godwin for a 10-box converts. Scott LaPierre had a great shot just a moment ago. I'm reliably informed by the primary source himself. 28 through 3 for Gacharna. So 2 pins you see for Metro, but remember they've got the spares from Kecyk, Beaupre, and St. Cyr. That's the yellow smudges you see between total and game. Godwin 2-7-8, and he's splitting again. He's got 7 splits already in this match. Ooh, the whirling dervish still taking them out, and now this 110 is gettable. The wood is interesting, but it does provide a plank in between. Godwin, you were hit 8-pin, and the wood's coming around, but it just won't take. Gacharna spares, that was pretty. 1 flies into the 10 for his 2nd mark. We'll get another look at that in just a moment. Godwin another easy peasy 10 box for a perfect start through his first 4 boxes. All the pins knocked down. Watch that. That was a piece of wood that took off into orbit, actually. The clobber that corner. So Metro now with 4 extra marks. And here's Keith Beaupre to fill 1 of them. Joe Smith at 127 previous. It's amazing how his good bowling tends to sneak up on, well, at least me anyway. 136. Beaupre on a 166 first string. Devours his head pin and strikes. For yet another Metro Bowl 20 box. Joe Smith runs this down brilliantly. That's part of the way he sneaks up on you, so that's a perfect response. And have another look at this Keith Beaupre hammer. Smith, you see it back to live, a 9-drop on his spare. Average spare fill about 6.5. Thanks, Bob Lee, for the statistics. Headpin wilts. Keith nearly doubles on this one. Now he just has to get this 9-pin for a spare. Marks are 9-6 for Metro in this not quite halfway through 2nd string. Smith collects. Maybe the wood trampolined it. 2 marks back to back. Beaupre responds. And he gets another strike sandwich. These 20 boxes continuing to mount for Metro. And the Peabody-based team now 13 pins and 3 extra marks ahead. Now over to St. Cyr and Jalbert. Tim Jalbert takes out 7 pins there, 1, 3, and 9. I'll tell you something, these bowlers are getting good at seeing my ridiculous spreadsheet here. They're actually cluing into where to find their own statistics. One just came by to look it up and knew just where to look. Wood looks pretty flat. 6, 7, 8. They're only consecutive numerically. And you see that ball just die in the back there for St. Cyr. Tim Jalbert gets a 9 box. And Aaron St. Cyr a 9 as well. Aaron St. Cyr, I actually don't have his last week's score. Tim Jalbert had a 347 last week. Silly me, I thought I had entered that in, excuse me. Both teams were 6-2 last week in terms of those match points. Both teams had a similar story. They both lost to some juggernauts in the early going. And then they took the rest of the points the rest of the way. 1-7-9 Jalbert, 1-3-6-9 for St. Cyr. In Academy 3's case, they won 6-2, losing 2 points to Scott LaPierre, 137, and Pete Crawford Jr. getting a 130. No spare Jalbert. For Team Metro Bowl, 6-2 over Riverwalk, but J.J. Turigny and Mark Ritchie conspired against them with 2 big scores. Turigny 151 and Ritchie 136. 9 box for Jalbert. And a 10, St. Cyr picks a pin. So you see here, a dozen pins overall in the match. In terms of pinning for Metro, 12 of those 100 pins you can ascribe to pins left standing. The rest, just this torrent of 20 box, including Keith Beaupre, now with 12 marks in his first 14 boxes. Again, Keith Beaupre, 12 marks in 14. Al Kecyk, 10 marks in 14 boxes. This is a tour de force for Metro, even though this second string is far from over. The match can still turn. Could it be just another story of a team that starts hot and then another one grabbing the next 6, like it was for both these teams to the good last week? Al Kecyk a 7 fill. Hasn't slowed up yet, even though he did miss the head pin. He runs it down. 4 pin taken off the wall. 3 marks in a row. 4-10, Ayotte wants a trampoline. He's on the left side of the wood, and the ball's not going to help either. It gets captured by the right gutter. So 3 splits for Ayotte in this string, and now nothing doing. His momentum stopped up by that rolling wood. You're meant to wait for it to stop before you deliver. By rule, that's 10 box. 54 at the half. Friday Night Pro League coverage every week here on Candlepin Bowling Network. The tireless Paul Grant getting it on the air one way or another, or some combination of some of us in any other way. Next week we expect to cover Academy 1 versus Academy 3 at Academy Lanes, Haverhill, you see. And we look forward to seeing you then. I should be there. Paul will be there. 3 pins out for Al Kecyk. Jimbo 6 out. Such an effortless nickname, Jimbo. It is Jim Ayotte, but practically everyone, including himself, calls himself Jimbo. Set bear for Al Kecyk. The bounce back was perfect. And a 10 for Ayotte. Nate Lees and Austin Barnes. This next Easter Classic will be April 20th, Sunday, April 20th. I will be there. I finally had the chance to confirm. Honest to goodness, I was going to prioritize family plans, but with Leda Lane's unfortunate news, you can read about it on a well-written letter on their Facebook page, Leda Lanes. With that unfortunate news of the location uncertainty, we had to make this Easter Classic one way or another, so I will be there on Candlepin Bowling Network April 20th, along with some others of us as well. Looking forward to bringing you live coverage. Nate Lees, Dex 10. That was vaporized on lane 4. And that is that higher gear of Nate Lees we've been waiting to see return for so long. And now he's got a chance to have a 60 half here. Barnes a good second ball, but nothing doing. Third ball, and then we're going to get another look at this. Good out, 9 box. Blinking, you missed this one from Nate Lees. Lane 4, his usual cross lane delivery, and that is buried, and I mean buried in the pocket. 32 pins and 3 balls for Metro as the lead continues to escalate. Lee's on a strike. 10 strikes for Metro in this match. Nate, little thin on it, I suppose, but 2-8-10, and he starts his fill of 7. Barnes into the 3-pin flat, and he's got 3 out. To convert, off the wall, 2-10-8 spare on strike for Nate Lees. Barnes, that's a good crack at that one, but the corners are full, 7-10. At least the wood escapes the left gutter. So it's going to taunt him and oscillate back and forth. And we'll see when the dust settles whether Barnes has a chance to pick up an extra pin here. Metro has been winning on pinning and winning on marks as well. Nick Zuffalato is over the moon with how his team in maroon is performing right now. Finally, the wood stops for Barnes, and he can deliver this third ball here. And while we see the result of it on our screen, here's Paul with the latest.
Oh, I just stopped by. I was talking to some bowlers and just saying hello. And
just wanted to sneak up.
Yeah, going to the check of the pub 125. Really good food there and great people.
Pub 125 replaced
and
for
Mike
the 48
Fabrizio
lanes.
Smith, the former ACST conference runner, championship runner-up a couple of years ago, a lemon drop donation on Mark, $5. Derek Bank on Bankus got one earlier. It should have been on Mark, Derek. Come on. This is Derek Bankus, Greg Gouillart. I call him Bank on Bankus, playing his word. He was Atlantic Candlepin single star. You're in Class X,
I've
right?
heard.
Class X?
Yeah, Class X. The new one coming next year with how bad I've been bowling this year.
Class C, folks, right? Having a decent year, some big strings.
Yeah, a couple good ones. Multiple over 130.
Yeah,
you were witnessing
three of them.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But hoping to keep working.
When you grow from each tater tot, you have a winning record. You haven't eaten them lately.
Yeah, I know. I think that's why I've been losing. So we got to get back on that.
And Mike Fabrizio Smith, you in the Atlantic Candlepin Single Store Championship lost to the Laser 561 to 560. What happened? What happened?
What it was is there was a pin that I thought I hit it out of the gutter and it hit. Apparently it was good. I didn't know, but I wanted to be fair.
Yeah.
I didn't want to call and cheat at all.
That's right.
So,
Good integrity. Good integrity.
Yeah.
Hope to see you back another season or two.
I'm hoping so. I mean, it all depends on how things go.
Yeah.
Not sure I want to do it, but just all depends on how things go.
All right, it's good to see the Class C bowlers trying to get to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Michael Fabrizio Smith, Derek Bank on Bankus.
Thanks,
a
Paul.
3-letter word.
Wow.
All right, he beat you 5-1 the lemon drop pool.
Yeah, he did. But I think I'll rather win that one. Well, have him win that one this time.
Where'd you get the nickname Bank on, by the way?
This fine gentleman I know named Paul Grant.
Never heard of him.
No, not once, not ever.
All right.
Does a great job, though.
Thank you. All right, back to Greg.
And back to Dave Godwin hammering 10 for a strike.
I mean, I really try to encourage the semi-pro bowlers. It's good to cover the younger group. The regular league bowlers just get a taste of tournament action. And then the Candlepin Single, so a good stepping stone for that.
And for the avoidance of doubt, would if I could. Gacharna missing 3 of the 4. It was also interesting what Fabrizio Smith mentioned about the integrity of taking a pin out of the gutter here. I always thought in a higher level competition there should be referees that should just watch that rather than, when there's really stakes on the line, I think there should be somewhat neutral party checking for that pin. But as it is, bowler's integrity, the spirit of sportsmanship in candlepin bowling dictates generally that you don't take a pin if it's in doubt.
Bowler referee for the Candlepin Cancer Top 5 live show, Buttwell's Bowling Center, May 3rd, with the return of Mike Morin and Greg Gouillart.
Who? No. Mike Morin, of course, famed Candlepin broadcaster on multiple shows and author as well, Lunch with Tommy and Stacia, among many other great books.
Both have spare 7s.
If These Walls Could Talk being his most recent one about the Red Arrow Diner.
In Manchester, New Hampshire.
7 fill apiece. Goodness, Beaupre nearly on this one.
Stops the streak at, well, it was 2 out of 3, actually. Smith denied 3 in a row. Actually, he already has 3 in a row. It's been 4 in a row. Good start. 75 through 4. Sick.
7-pin foiled Beaupre's last try at a perfect game. This time he gets it, and he's perfect through the half.
It's 80, making 85 for Beaupre, not for Smith.
Pin perfect through the half. It's Joe Smith, again, solid work. 2 marks, 1 pin left standing through the half.
65 for him, 85 for the Tsunami, who had what do you have, what was the first thing, 160?
Keith Beaupre, 166 previous. And again, Joe Smith, 127 previous.
Hey, speaking of veteran, I like the whole way Al Blanchard from the Cape, Buzzards Bay. Thanks to Al Blanchard. Does some Atlantic Canop and singles traction. Michael Izzo, hello. Wayne Petty joining late from Rainy, Michigan.
I only want to see Al Blanchard again so I can get more of that banana bread from his wife. That was delicious.
Owen Marr, good watching, seeing you again. Injured his knee. Scott Hodgson, hello. Condolences to Bob Lee. Thank you very much for the tribute in the beginning of the match. Look at that shot by Beaupre. Incredible.
5 marks in 6 boxes.
95 in a ball through 6.
He's only had 3 boxes where he hasn't marked.
Stephen Munn from New Brunswick. Thank you for watching. Scott from Raleigh, North Carolina, right? Scott Hodgson, I believe.
Nice 10 by Smith.
Jim Gacharna is making fun of me. Always forward thinking is right. Leaning forward. All right, back to Greg.
10 pin taken out last on that spare.
Academy 3, Academy 1 next Friday night.
Aaron St. Cyr, 4 and 7. Tim Jalbert, the 1-2-7-8.
The remaining matches the rest of the season will be all playoff teams. It could be one team out of the playoffs in the 9th spot maybe, but pretty much all playoff matches the rest of the year.
I'll try and cover the rush here. Aaron's let a chance to get away here. There was wood in front of the 4-7, but the ball gets away, I'm afraid. Jalbert, no dice on this one. So one chance does get away from Metro, but it is a 10 box. And a 10 to match. Standings one more time here. This is what we're looking at. This is week 30 of 35, so only those top 3 teams, including Academy 2 in the bright red, have a chance of running down Central 3. We heard Exeter won their first string. I do not know Central 3's results. They're not in the building.
Top 8 make the playoffs out of 12.
On occasion, their captain Josh Daly will stream, or Charlie Collins on his TikTok page will stream at _Charles1_. So maybe, just maybe, there's a way to peek in there, and maybe you can snoop in on their chat and see if you can get that for me.
Aaron's parents here watching. Father and stepmother.
Doesn't get the 6-10.
Michael Steves, another Calgary person watching. And Steve Latch wants a
Look
lemon
at this one. That 2 and 3 is gone.
How about
Tim
that?
Jalbert with a sensational spare. I still vividly remember when he threw off a crazy 4-7-10 at South Shore Country Club Hingham. That was a good shot, too.
Hey, Steve Latch, you tell Nick to throw a lemon drop. He's not bowling tonight.
Look at this one again. I mean, again, 2 front pins. Gacharna came close to pulling off a shot like this. But here's Jalbert, and it does go right through the 2-4. The 7-pin became the easy part at that stage. Score check here, 377 to 328 is what I have it as. 49 pins is the margin, so that's confirmed. And you see Ayotte taking out everything except the 5 and 8. Kecyk, what a night he's had. But look at this ridiculous sleeve. Diamond 6-10.
What was his first string score again, Greg? 140? Was he 140 something? Kecyk, 144 was it?
155.
155, that's right.
Wrong pin for Ayotte. No,
And Beaupre 166, right?
Yes.
Incredible.
Kecyk, show us a shot. Why not? It's good, I thought. But I guess crossovers leave the back pins, and unfortunately, at least he's got wood.
Well, I thought the crossovers lead to kings, you always say.
That's true, but in this case on the diamond. Let's see. That's good. He's going to get a 9 box out of this, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was a fair shot. What a wild turn of events that was.
Candlepin for Cancer, a 501c3 charity, over $80,000 paid to families in the Candlepin community going through cancer treatments. Please help by donating via Venmo at Candlepins #4, cancer.com, Candlepins with a 4, cancer.com. You can also write a check, the address on the website, Candlepins4, cancer.com. Thank you very much.
And again, the Lee family thanks you as well. 3-6-7-10 for Ayotte. He got on the front wood and deflected away on the cap. Kecyk spares for his 13th mark today. 102 in a ball.
13 out of 18.
13
Not
out of
too
18.
Shabby.
Gouillart made a nice 1.59
How many
just a moment ago.
Beaupre has what, 15, or 12 or 13 himself?
13 marks at 16.
Wow.
What a night Metro is having.
16 marks for Beaupre, right?
And again, it's burying.
How many marks do you have, Beaupre?
Beaupre has 13.
13 out of 16. And Kecyk has 13 out of 18, right?
Right.
Wow.
And again, spare a thought. Joe Smith is perfectly decent bowling, leading the way for his team with 6 marks. And he's 42 over par. That is, if you assume par is 10 a box. And being over par is a good thing.
Sounds like we went to golf.
But it's a good thing.
I wasn't good at golf. I only did it a few
Yeah.
times. I had good form, but I took a lesson one time. The guy's like, you have great form, but as soon as you're ready to swing that ball, your baseball instincts take over, and it's like a swinging bunt.
But one of the Canadian Candlepin programs did use that term of par 10, essentially. For the life of me, I cannot remember which one. It's back to the Sean Benoit tapes with me. Nice lead for Barnes. Lees, he's having a good string. Look at this crusher. He's got another 9.
When he's healthy, watch out for him.
Or watch him now. Spare Barnes. The 6 and 9 go, and his score is 69. Everyone loves a good coincidence. Lees can turn around as it goes halfway down. He knew that was gone.
He's got 3 in a row. He's at 94 and a ball through 7 here in the second of 3.
So Metro keeping on. 4 marks for Lees now in this string. 5 apiece for Kecyk and Beaupre. This is not a recording. Unless you are watching on demand on Candlepin Bowling Network after the fact. Just as good a time to watch this quality Candlepin bowling.
Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Tell your friends and family to do so also. Hit the bell icon so you get notified when we go live.
The sport of 10-pin here in the northeast of North America, northern New England and eastern Canada. And yes, it's true, Candlepin is coming back to Worcester with a new center that's finally making good on it. Actually using pin setters from Lita's Lighthouse as well to make that possible. Thank goodness, because the pin setters are not made right now, one of the greatest existential threats to the sport as is. But there's too much love for Candlepin to just go away, though. That much is for certain. And it's partially thanks to you guys, so we really appreciate you watching as well. Barnes will take an 8 box. And Lee's a 9. 107 to 83 right now. Al Kecyk and Keith Beaupre 13 marks apiece. Nate Lees has 6. Over to Lou Gacharna and Dave Godwin. Dave Godwin, a alumnus of the CN8 Candlepin Challenge shows. That is on the Comcast Local Access channel. Dave Godwin has also done some Candlepin commentary of his own. There's no 5-pin back there. He has noticed this, so he's going to have to re-rack again. But Godwin has commentated a past Candlepins for Cancer show, as well as commentated one edition of the Pro Series back when it was a special edition on Candlepin for Kids. Obviously, grown-up edition of said kids show. One thing's for certain, we certainly need Candlepin for Kids or New Gen or some show like it to come back. Its exposure on Nesson was something else. A pin center delay, I think we saw someone run back there to fix that. And in the meantime, another check on the standings. Remember, Metro has 2 points, so really they're 2 higher than that, which is good news for them as they try to fend off Academy 3 in play to their left. All the teams are in play every single Friday night in this 35-week season. That allows everyone to play each other 3 times and then 2 position nights where after the 2/3 and final week, 1 hosts 2, 3 hosts 4, 5 hosts 6, and so forth to really shake up the standings. For more updates every week, of course, we try and keep you apprised of the standings as best as we can on our broadcasts here. But you'll also want to check out our friends at Alley Chat as well. That's ALLEY chat.net. Longtime Candlepin content creators, in addition to the YouTube channel, alleychat.net has weekly recaps of Friday Night Pro League, a long-awaited return of the feature, featuring both the original spreadsheets as they're distributed by Secretary Mike Machici, as well as audio recaps from Kyle Bruce.
Other action, by the way, Exeter won the first big by triple digits over Academy 1. They're up by 30 past the halfway point in the second string. The other match to our left,
Yeah.
Academy 3 now leads by 25 or so, give or take, on Central 2. Central 2 won the first.
I'm not intricately familiar with the pin setter assembly, but obviously there's somewhat issue with the way the pin is actually dropping down. In this case, perhaps it's one possibility perhaps is that somehow the 5-pin isn't actually dropping down into the tube, for example, and that's why it's not coming down on the table at all, as opposed to the times where the pin just wilts over, which is usually just a fluke occurrence.
Amazing April, March Madness, Amazing April starts tomorrow. Pro Series, 10 o'clock live on YouTube on Canopy Bowling Network, men's and ladies. Justin Scally with Ladies Call, filling in for me while I'm in Maine, with Michelle Atherton doing the Maine states. The APH, average for handicap, is the first match, 10 o'clock, men's and women's. And the second shift will be Kai Hunt and others. Maybe Mark Webber with Kai Hunt, that second round. The quarterfinals, open eliminations at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon, April 5th, 2025, from Westbrook, Maine at Westport Bowling Center. And Sunday, it's the semifinals, 5-string and 10-string finals. I'll have the men's group and Michelle Atherton with the ladies finals. On the APH, all the open eliminations.
Oh, Michelle Atherton. We haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, she has YouTube access now, so Bob Lee set her up for that one, so thank you, Bob.
Very nice.
Everything on YouTube on Canopy Bowling Network. Fun weekend.
Yeah, you can see the work being done there, and it is indeed it's the tube, actually, that is somehow. So I was speculating conveyor, but as it is, it's the tube that's somehow not capturing the pin, and that's why you see the work being done there.
All right.
I couldn't tell if that was Josh DeBurrow back there, but
Wayne Petty, to answer your question, May 17th is the 10 o'clock start for the, I believe it's 10 o'clock start for the Friday Night Pro League playoffs. We'll check the time another time, but I think it's 10 o'clock, maybe it's 9.
you know where to, Wayne, especially being one of our good fans, knows to look at our Facebook page for the latest information on that. But yes, you could check the Google Calendar, I suppose, but Saturday, May 17th is out. I have it. I see 10 pins on the plate, by the way.
Steve Latch, how can Nick throw a lemon drop? He's not bowling tonight. Help me out here. Should be $5 for not bowling tonight. All right, back to live action. Back to Greg.
Steve Latch, a former member of the Metro Bowl roster. Back to live action, as Paul mentions, 4-1 split for Dave Godwin.
It's not a strike.
And a 6-pack for Lou Gacharna. Not a common leave name, but we like calling it a 6-pack. Check mark. Uh-oh, just the front triangle, but a good count.
75 through 6.
8 more.
Lou, not his best stuff so far. He's a very good bowler, dangerous bowler. Covering the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour a couple years ago. 3 times.
And is he going to get this 5-pin? My goodness, he nearly hit it from behind.
Covering the Sunday Pro League and Extra in the past as well. Very good bowler. The higher average bowler in his family right now. To Fernando Gacharna's chagrin. But Fernando has bragging rights when the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Semi-Pro Division a few years ago.
Yep, has the trophy to show for it. Good on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour for expanding as rapidly as it has. Would if I could, I just doesn't work out for my work schedule. That's a W leave that Lou's left there. If you view the pins from overhead.
I call the W the 189.
The inverse in effect.
Yeah.
6, 7, 10 for Godwin, who has hit every single head pin this string, by the way, but is coming up with a lot of splits. On the wood, 7-10 wilts.
The ball took the 7 down. I want to see the instant replay on that one.
You got it. And Gacharna again gets both front pins of his split. Well, not a split technically, but
you could say it's a 3-ball spare for Dave Godwin.
And Steve Kelly, I think, is writing a cease and desist letter as we speak. 3-ball spare, of course, his content channel. And here it is again. So he diverges that front wood, and that's how it collects the 6, 7, and 10. Ball was in the vicinity of the 7. And now down to Keith Beaupre. He and Al Kecyk having tremendous evenings here in the Friday Night Pro League. Joe Smith. Another silent but deadly delivery. 4-7 left. Beaupre into the 3-pin, and that's just the 3 fill. Smith collects. He's got a mark. His 3rd. Beaupre, not quite on the head pin. 6-pin coming this way. Just the head pin remaining. Keith Beaupre has knocked down all the pins to this point. And the commentator does not believe in jinxes, as long as he can't hear me. But he's left it to the left, but the ball takes it anyway. Still, both Prey is imperfect, and he's got 108 through 7. Box 8 coming on up, 56 pins, -2 balls for Metro right now, so the lead is dwindling a bit.
Hey, Greg, Nico, some of the updated bracket. If we have a chance, we can go through that bracket tomorrow if we have time. You know, if we have time during for lane breaks.
We'll see if we can, but
we have time.
I will have more information on this, but I know that the Pro Series organizers, for the first time, either in a while or ever, are using Google Docs to update the standings live. And if I can figure out some way to harness that, maybe I'll be able to easily integrate it into the broadcast itself, but you'll be able to see it as well. Joe Smith with a 9-drop. And a spare. Blank was easy as you like, 104 and a ball. Again, nothing that makes our typical instant highlight reel, but it's that solidity that any Friday night team would want on their own. These Friday Night Pro League teams are picked out by the captains in effect. Captains retain control of the team for as long as they're able to bowl, which is why it's so important, especially in the case of Rich Lamoni, who's having a tough season, to stick with it, really, because he still has utmost optimism that better days are ahead. And we've already seen a few flashes of brilliance from his ACST bowling as well. So still reason for that. Aaron St. Cyr and Tim Jalbert. Unfortunately, a 9-box for Beaupre busts up the perfection. Still they fall, 6-pin tapped. Tim Jalbert gets an 8 fill. Down goes the head pin from behind for St. Cyr, so this is an interesting one. He'll split 2-7-8. Nicely done on that split spare for Jalbert. That first one just a moment ago, even more sensational, but still. 2-7-8, hey, there it goes. 2-pin falling vertically backwards into the 8-pin. That was something. And it's so tough to get it to go otherwise.
How about vertically sideways?
At some point, it's going to sound like the Wonka Vader in here. These bowlers find a way to defy the physics in such a way. Mr. Caleri, I presume. Tim Jalbert is the 4 horsemen and the 9. St. Cyr, defending Pro Series playoff champion. Tim Douglas and Blanca Gacharna defending bowlers of the year. Except that was last year, but hello, Gregory, update your source material. Josh Daly and Madison Riva, the new bowlers of the year for winning the regular season. Aaron St. Cyr back-to-back. Tim Jalbert a 10.
Let's get an update from Greg Gouillart, the final 2 boxes of the middle string.
And let's have a look here. I show the margin is 42. They show it as 43. We'll have to confirm that in a second here. I think Jalbert is owed an extra pin, and that'll be part of that as well. Once we get that in, you see 500 to 458. 5 marks for Kecyk and Beaupre. 4 marks for Joe Smith and 3 for Godwin and Jalbert. And Nate Leafs 4 marks as well. And St. Cyr 3 marks.
Donald Green, thanks for watching. Owen Marr, Ovechkin ties Gretzky's record. I don't care what you say. Gretzky is the best one.
Nobody has 2 less.
He has more assists, too. Than
the pads are smaller. But Alex Ovechkin has tied the record, huh?
Yep.
How about that?
But Gretzky has a lot more assists, too, right? So
I seriously thought he was going to get a hat trick against the Bruins. That's just me. I mean, think about it. 4 fill for Kecyk on the spare. 5-pin, and the 8-pin is wobbling too, but it won't fall. And Kecyk shut down on a mark for a change. Yeah, that's gone. 1, 2, and then the 4 just off the wall. And 10 for Kecyk. And another look at this one. So 1-2 goes out easily for Ayotte. He actually skipped it off the foul line, but took it off the wall.
Hey, Greg, Wayne Petty's returning to Abington, Massachusetts. Webster Timberlane's Lucy's Pizza Bar, home of the delicious must-have chocolate chip cookie pizza for the 9-pin Abington roll-offs for Caleb Pins for Cancer.
Love that cookie pizza so much.
He was here last year, had a good time. He's back again.
2-4-6. Get overs. You're hit 7. Get over. Otherwise, that was going to be a rules dispute and a half. Jimbo, Ayotte, strike on spare.
It's been a grind for Academy 2. They got a long way to go to get this string to tie it 2 apiece. Got clubbed in the first.
2-4-10. Just a 2-pin. And now suddenly can't buy a break, but he's still having another solid string. 5 marks. Couple of low fills of 3, 4, and 4. That's going to be out of the gutter, I'm afraid. That'll be an 8-box, but a 124 for a 279.
Channel.
Yes, that's right. You are watching the Candlepin Bowling Network. No, I can't say Candlepin Bowling Channel. That's another YouTube channel. They're the ones doing great reruns of Stars and Strikes.
That's why I say
episodes.
Ocean now. Wayne Petty can't wait for the roll-offs. Register at Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. The 9-pin Abington roll-offs. Late May to mid-June. Live show May 21st.
By 9-pin, we mean 9 pins credits the 10th automatically, be it up for a strike, spare, or 10.
Higher score is expected. First time ever doing that.
Yep.
Cameron Frost, hello, question mark. Why are you questioning hello?
Hello.
How about hello?
Is it me
Exclamation
you're
point.
looking for?
Lionel Richie with the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
No, I don't sing. Nate Lee's 107, Austin Barnes 83 in this middle string of 3. Metro is losing their grip on this now. That was a key 20 box by Ayotte.
27-pin lead for Academy, rather for Metro on Academy 2. Metro is the lead in the string in the match.
He's got his head pin. He splits. Barnes does too, though. Every split, Academy's. Oh, wait a second. The 6-pin fell.
It's 2 marks to 1, though, also for Academy 2 as well.
Pin still toppling for Lees. This is a big shot for Barnes all of a sudden. And he runs it down.
Courtesy of the ball hitting the 7. A lot of 3-ball spares.
Steve Kelly was with us on a recent match. He's been doing a lot of ACST work recently. Nate Lees with an 8-box, so the couple pins given away as well.
Also in the Class A playoffs right now, like currently the 6 or 7 seed. It's gone back and forth from 1 to 7.
Metro is favored in the pinning still. They've knocked down 3 more literal pins in this string and 9 more in the match. Lees crossovers leave Kings. He's got the 5 and 7.
All right, is that a typo? Hate from Georgia? Is that hate from Georgia, Cameron?
Hi, I guess.
And automatic spell check is terrible.
5 fill for Barnes. Not the most he wanted on this one, but it does cut the deficit. 19 minus a ball. Lees, oh, the wood didn't come off the sidewall. There was another piece in the gutter or channel, or call it what you want. That would have stopped it up. Barnes right through the 2-pin. That's going to complicate the pinning. Nobody wants to give away any sticks at this point. Lees takes 10. He's got a 125, 4 marks.
128, actually. Even better.
Is that so?
Yeah, 128. 108 through 8 after the spare. Before that, 98 through 7. 3 10s in a row, 128.
All right.
Austin Martin's up with a 105. Bogus string. 2 105s for him, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, 7 box there.
6 boxes to go. The string is 5-7. 542 to 517, 25-pin lead for
Yes,
Metro,
so
right.
3 10 boxes at a time. 3 10 boxes on the end for Lees. Okay, that's the official score. Not sure how I got that different.
Godwin's fill is 7, make it 100 through 8. Back to Greg.
5, 6, 7. That's only consecutive numerically. 5, 7, and a 6 goes. Gacharna with a 3rd mark, and that's clutch for Metro right now. Godwin responds likewise. 7 fill and another. Dave Godwin 9 for 9 on the head pin.
3 marks out of 4, 4 in the string. 3 spares, 1 strike for Mr. 235.
Ty, why do they go 2 at a time? It's the format of this league. Other leagues, so-called speed leagues like the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, go 5 at a time, usually in those head-to-head matches. It's a real tough adjustment to go from 5 to 2 for some bowlers as well, so it is just a different way to play, and it does change the dynamic. But for Dave Godwin, who just dumped strike on spare, you wouldn't know it.
3 marks in a row.
Gacharna 7 fill, and now A 2-4-7.
Academy 2 back
And
in
no, the
business.
7 pin shuts him down. So now we have ourselves a string.
Godwin 120 through 9, 130 plus 2 in the 10th. Gacharna 7 fill 97 through 9.
And it's 10. So with the corrected pinning, Metro has knocked down 9 more pins in the string. So still Academy 2 has some work to do.
570 to 555, is that right? Let's see, they have 554 on their scoreboard there. It's up by 1 pin.
We'll have to confirm it. Godwin, he's got 2 balls in this one. Where's the head pin going?
Staying put. Trying to get to 140.
Could have fluked a double that way.
He was 83 through 7 on the precipice of 57 in 3 boxes.
Yeah. I'm going to have to score check this in a hurry. Godwin misses his other fill ball, so that's 8. He should have 138. Going to check in here. Looks like Al Kecyk is on 123 instead, 128, 107, 117, and 94. That's confirmed. 120, 105, 138, 104, and now 95. So Tim Jalbert's a pin too low. And this margin is official. I'm not sure how the scoreboard got desynced, but there we go. 7 pins the margin. That is confirmed. What you see is what they have. And on we go.
1 mark for each side. 1 here from Joe Smith on the left for Academy 2, rallying all the way back. Just down 15. Make it 17 in the string.
Yep.
17 officially.
And 1 mark open for each side, including Joe Smith's. First Beaupre, 4 horsemen, minus the 10. 6 pin, falling forwards, but missing the 1-3. Smith, spare fill, in his pocket, a little thin. It's 6. The lead is down to 1 plus a ball for Metro. 1 pin and 1 ball. 1-3 goes, Beaupre marks. Now Smith has to make a nigh impossible one. And the wood's going to roll behind the 4.
How does the 4 not go and the 10 does? What a wonderful game this is, huh?
It got snarled up in there somehow, but what a bit by Smith. He takes 10 just. You don't have to hit them hard. That's never been a requirement of bowling.
120 through 9. Beaupre 127 the ball in the 9th. 166 first, was it?
166 first. So yes, Beaupre does not need another mark for 400.
And the Kecyk has a 156 and a 123, right?
Right. 155 and 123 for 278.
Okay.
Nate Lee's 236. Lou Gacharna 192. And then Jimbo Ayotte 227. Austin Barnes 210. And Dave Godwin 254.
1 pin lead, but 2 marks to none. Favors Metro trying to go up 4-0.
Is Beaupre one of the hardest throwers? Yes. Yes, he is. Get over 7. No. Beaupre gets stuck with a split. Keith has the triangle 3 and a 7.
Leads back up to 7 plus next to ball.
Smith has 6 pins to work out here, including all the sleeper pins. His try. Got the back 2 pins. The wood just trampolines one forward. Smith mixes them up. 10 pin does not go. And Metro now has a 2-mark advantage going into the last box. Aaron St. Cyr's mark a clutch one now. He'll have to fill it, but if he does, all kinds of pressure falling on Tim Jalbert's shoulders. Although in a position that Academy 2 is fortunate to have.
So 1 mark to none for Metro.
Right.
This is the kind of string we expected all night long. Academy had a tough first string, got humbled, but right back in contention here, trying to get back to tie it 2 apiece.
1 pin chipped out. Beaupre takes a 9 box. Smith a 10.
142 for Keith Beaupre. How about 308 for 2?
You said it. And 130 for Smith. 257. That's a 128 average. Perfectly pro grade in its own right.
$2 to go. A touchdown lead for Metro plus a bonus ball from the rock star Aaron St. Cyr in lane 4. On lane 3 is Tim Jim and Jalbert, 95 through 8. 94 in the ball from Aaron.
Any Friday Night Pro League average tops out in the high 120s. Danny Harris was briefly north of 130. Yes, a Central Park Lanes bowler, although actually that's a composite road average, comprising of most bowlers' road matches and few select home matches to balance it out. Saints here fills it 8, and now it is a 2-mark advantage for Metro in effect.
And look at this. Delayed strike, throw the flag, delay a game. Huge.
And what a time for that to happen. That surely has given Metro the victory. Pending a decent strike fill and the lack of a miracle out of Tim Jalbert's good bowling, he's got it 4 horsemen and an outpost.
Academy 2 is still at a chance for 1 or 2. They're a long way to go, but long odds still, but still in contention as of now. But not dropped off the first 2 strings. Won't help tonight.
Extraordinary.
Aaron, big time bowler under pressure, very cool, calm, and collected.
Well, he's gone and done it again. Gregory.
Still in his 20s, bowling at a high level. Tim in rough 6 there, 101 through 9. It's all but over now.
Scoreboard operator's drunk, but you see it there, 614 to 594. The margin now, Saints here cannot double.
Great church.
Just 4 out.
Metro has a 4-0 lead, going for the sweep next string.
2 points for string, 2 for total, and this is going to help them a lot as they try to go up in the standings from 6th place. Aaron St. Cyr are just 3 pins. Tim Jalbert just 2 out. So a 8 fill and a 9 box. Nice 10 by Jalbert. He'll take 10.
Aaron, 131. Tim Jalbert, 110. 2 down, 1 to go. 631 to 603. Metro at 4-0, 1268 to 1163. A commanding lead heading into the final string.
Yeah, 631, 604. They did fix that up.
Okay.
Good.
So 1268 to 1163. Ty Garbet's watching. The balls weigh the same. They're 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. To answer your question, the pins are 2 pounds 8 ounces.
And usually the balls, they'll go for the heavier balls, you might imagine. Strike 3 underway. Oh, close to a backdoor strike for Ayotte. And now over to Kecyk. He's trying to backdoor a 9-pin.
3 and it's almost impossible to get in Candlepin.
It could, but the most strikes I've heard of in a row is 7. You do need the same dozen to get there.
And Ben, they actually go to 2 pounds 7 ounces, the bowling balls. The pin's 2 pounds 8 ounces. 2.4 is the minimum, 2.7 the max.
Kecyk collects a spare. Ayotte 3rd time around on the head pin, and he'll get a 10.
Let's pause 16.12. I can't do 16.12 seconds. Let's do 16.7 seconds.
Who says you can't go into the sig figs? We're Candlepin Bowling Network.
Well,
we're evolving.
It could be metric.
Oh, brother. And we're here on Facebook and YouTube. Usually YouTube, that's the most reliable place to find us. But either way, thank you very much for liking, following, and subscribing. Oh, I didn't even ask you to like the video yet. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button if you're logged into the platform that you are watching this on, it helps out a ton. But either way, we thank you very much for your support just by watching.
Kecyk 8 in the fill, 18 through 1 to start the final string for Metro out of Peabody, Massachusetts.
Ayotte gets a 5-pin only. Kecyk spares again for his 15th mark of the evening.
How many does Beaupre have the first 2?
14. But remember, Kecyk had a few small fills, so he isn't at his 400 yet. He needs a good fill and another to get there. 20-80
ball through 2. Meanwhile, Ayotte 2 10s, 20 through 2. Next Friday night, number 7, Academy 3. Number 8, Academy 1. Right here. Hopefully Greg will be with me.
I'd like to.
Academy Lanes, Pub 125, the place to be. YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network. Hit subscribe. It's free. Why not? Semi-pro to pro action, something for everyone. Closing in on 2,000 videos by the Mixed Worlds, hopefully. Charles Collins did a 1,000 match with Glenn Gill. Atlanta Candlepin Single Store, Class A Southern Conference.
No head pins on the first ball for Lees and Barnes. 4 horsemen for each of them. Oh, just on a 3-pin. I'll get to that garlic pizza in just a moment. good stuff, good grub they have here at Pub 125 at Academy Lanes.
I like the pretzels.
That's what you got, yeah?
No butter, no salt.
Very nice. Got to make sure you get in before the kitchen closes. Easy to forget with the cosmic bowling lights they have in the blue room over there, in the center room of their 3 rooms.
My mother had high blood pressure growing up, so we never had salt on the table, so we used to eat bland food.
Variety is the spice of life, after all.
I can eat General Gao's chicken. I have to ease into it.
3-4-6 for Barnes on the split. Lees overthrew it slightly, but only just, and he's got a piece of this head pin. 3, 5, 9, and 10. He's had a fine evening.
Blockbuster weekend on Canopy Bowling Network on YouTube. Greg will give you details in just a moment.
3-4-6. Barnes really got it out there. Only lands in the 6 pin. Lees smack dab on it. And I think that pin could have rolled forward into the 5 had another piece of wood not tripped into it. The other piece is going to roll behind. Mischief maker it is.
A sport for any age, Canopy Bowling. It's unbelievable. Anybody can bowl any age. Get the word out. Nothing like the great game of Canopy Bowling.
Got a 9 box. That crazy elbow pump motion for Barnes. Lees has a 10 with that compact motion of his.
All right, Greg, give us the update. What's happening this weekend on Canopy Bowling Network on YouTube?
Pro Series and main stage. We've got broadcasts all over the place, but they are all on Candlepin Bowling Network YouTube at minimum, some on Facebook as well. In fact, probably just Men's Pro Series on Facebook, but in any event, Candlepin Bowling Network YouTube starting 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, Saturday, April 5th. Look forward to seeing you then.
If you can't catch it live, get the rebroadcast on YouTube on Canopy Bowling Network. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Hit the bell icon so you never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever miss a ball when we go live.
I mean, if you've still got your March Madness habits and you're able to dual screen, great, but otherwise, you don't have to be in both places at once. The videos will be there when you want them. Godwin misses a single. Gacharna, 3-1 split. He's come close a few times to making some dandies. He's had to be tested a lot. He had a lot of splits in that first string. Godwin gets 9. And Gacharna the same 9. Basically everyone for Academy 2 a similar average. Barnes 111, and then Ayotte 115, Jalbert 116, and Smith and Godwin 117 apiece. Lees and Gacharna 108 and 109 averages. Kecyk and Zuffalato 112. Yes, Kecyk only, quote-unquote, has a 112 average. He's having well north of that. And Keith Beaupre 122 average, one of the highest in the league. Just a half Worcester for Gacharna. Godwin doesn't drive through the 5. He's got the 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. He's had a few of those pocket hits that he's just hit a little too thin. And now he looks skyward as he can't get a break on the second ball either.
Match dedicated to Bob Lee's wife, Emily Lee, who just passed away from colon cancer at 58 years young.
Yeah, Emily Smith Lee, we should say.
Yep.
Nice 10, Godwin. Go ahead, please.
At this ball from Gacharna, getting updating the other scores.
And a 6.
Exeter has won the first 2 strings. They beat Academy 1, 655 to 533. Come right back with a closer second string, 623 to 591. Chris Beauvais is a 146 and a 130 to lead his team. Actually, Aaron Austin Fontaine is a 131 and a 145. So they're even at 276. The freight train, Joey Lister, 138 and 118. Jeff Starrett, 124 and 120. Dave Barber, 116 and 110. For Academy 1, Justin Scally, the captain, 96 and 108. Matt Susi, 91 and 128. Josh Rio, 119, 126. The Bulldogs, Jeff Walsh, a pair of 112s. Brian Fuller Jr., 115, 117. 2-seed Exeter, 4 points to none on number 8, Academy 1.
2 dazzling 9 drops here. Smith misses his single. Chance Beaupre. Academy 2 looking for some way to get into these points.
And updating the other match here at Academy in just a moment. Academy 2, Central 2 and Academy 3. That's now tied 2 apiece as we wait.
Really appreciate seeing you all. And Chad, Ty, great to see you there. can't get to all the comments, but really, really appreciate you leaving each and every one. And Owen, thanks for keeping me apprised on the great chase there.
Beaupre gets a spare. Smith a 9. Central 2 won the first, 598 to 551. Academy 3 returns the favor, 600 to 522. So that's a close one. Chris Winnie has a 94 and a 143 second. Sean McDonald, a 143 first, 116 second. For Academy 3, Mike Nardone, our clone, 136 to lead his team. Scott Lappy at a 129. 2 points apiece. Heading into the third.
6 fill for Beaupre on this one. Smith trying to tangle up the cluster. He does.
So Central 2 has a 9-pin lead after 2 strings in that match with Academy 3.
Beaupre's got to send the wood this way or that. It goes on the right side of the wood. Doesn't get the 7-8. And collects the $10. No, absolutely. Do keep the questions coming. Who had the coolest nickname? Well, we have Al Iceman Kecyk, so to be obnoxiously literal, I suppose that. Aaron St. Cyr and Tim Jalbert, 1 mark aside. Of course, Paul Grant, my colleague, comes up with a lot of these nicknames as well. Aaron the Rockstar St. Cyr in this case, and Tim Jam and Jalbert. 1, 2, and 10. St. Cyr, Domino's delivers a few extra pins. 1, 3, 8, 9, 10. Is that piece of wood helping out? I think Jalbert wants to play the intersection of the head pin and the tip of the wood, but it doesn't go. St. Cyr lost it out to the left.
So, Greg, tomorrow, 8 bowlers get a first round bye. There's 24 teams, 32 teams make the playoffs, 24 ball in the first round, bracket style.
For the Pro Series, yep.
Yeah, all 1-string eliminations, right? Head to head.
2 strings. 2 strings in the
finals.
That's right.
I like 2-string finals.
Yeah, but every single round is a 2-string match.
Oh, it's 2-string. That's right.
That's right.
I should know better.
The Pro Series playoffs, every single match is a 2-stringer.
That's right.
It took me a while to remember as well. But no, this ain't New England candlepins. We do 2 strings all the way. Tim Jalbert, 4. Aaron St. Cyr, 10 for a strike. His 3rd of the evening.
I just thought he keeps himself so calm in the lanes.
And a nice 6-pin conversion by Jalbert to respond. 19 and a ball. Got a good one going in the 3rd string as well. So again, the Metro lead starts out quickly as well. No 20 boxes to speak of, but again, Al Kecyk, 2 marks. I swear he's a 112 average. He is lighting it up right now. He still has a mark or 2 to go for 400. Keith Beaupre can just coast on 9 boxes to a 406 at this point.
Over Ted Williams' batting average of 406.
Very good.
It's a banana split for Casey McCool fans. Always hungry, always growling.
Drop 6, so Kecyk can pin out 392 if he got all 10s here. Yeah, look at the pin slip slide, and he's got the 1, 3, and 10.
Spare 8, spare 6 for Kecyk. Lead up bowlers, final string. Great bid.
Iceman, just on the right side of the wood. It only takes out the 10.
Iceman cooled off for 3 in a row. Okay, so those ask about the banana split. They call the 6-10 on the right 4-7 at the banana split. You're on the pinochle. It sounds better, tastes better. And on the Atlantic Canopin singles tour streams, I always say a banana split. In case McCool would say, I'm hungry. And that's where the whole banter started. And then we had the grrr sounding.
Surprised not to see him pop up here. Maybe he's still exhausted from calling that lad ACST match he just did in Portsmouth, Bolorama.
Everyone loves Casey McCool out of Lakeside Lanes. Manchester, New Hampshire. Indiana Jones wannabe. Funny guy, too.
He's a delight. 4, 7, 10 for Kecyk. Al's got wood in front of the 4 and 7 and in front of the 10, but can he tag them both?
He wore a Curly Shuffle shirt on the Atlantic Canopin singles tour a couple times. At the end of the match, he did a live Curly Shuffle on the lanes.
Hey, I thought he had 2 pins you saw there, but he's got 4.
I used to DJ in the 80s with 45 records, wood skipping those wooden floors. I used to do Curly Shuffles in the original song, The Curly Shuffle. I would spin the floor with a tie and shirt on, and dress pants and shoes on. Like to have fun.
Go. Ring around the rosy, but around the 5-pin it goes for Ayotte. No good.
Sing it, Greg. Sing it.
That song is really morbid when you actually think about it.
I know. Ring around.
Why?
It's, you know, it reminds me of that Whisk commercial. Ring around the collar, ring around the collar. A pocket full of posy. Give me a break. Who wrote that song? Get rid of them.
There's the $10 for Ayotte to match Kecyk's $10.
It's like MacArthur's Park. It's like ranked 4 times, been #1 by 4 different artists. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no.
What product did that advertise? The world may never know.
And I asked somebody at karaoke sang all the time. He said it's a bunch of, analogies. What do you call it? Not analogies. What's that term? References.
Illusions?
Illusion, no, really. What's that word I'm thinking of? I can't think of the word all of a sudden. You had it on the tip of my tongue.
Motifs, memes.
A lot of meanings, different meanings, symbols to it. What do you call it? That word's escaping me all of a sudden.
Allegory, said Gregory.
Yeah.
No spares for either. At least a chance here. The head pin staring right back.
Because I used to write a lot of joke newscasts, and one was the top 10 reasons why MacArthur Park is one of the worst songs of all time. And #1 didn't say it was vanilla or chocolate frosting.
Oh, yeah, I still have to eat those Oreo cakesters. I swear I will.
Really good. They're a little sweet, a little 200 calories a packet too, but a good, nice, sweet treat. But nothing beats the Sky Bar. Look, actually, Spumoni beats the Sky Bar.
Got to go for quality on that one. Head pin spills for Lees. He's got a chance here at a boneyard in front of that 8-pin. Barnes the 1-8-10.
What a great sport for any age. It's unbelievable. Seen bowls in his 70s at Butwell's joined the league last year. Now in his second year, loves it. First time bowling Candlepin in his 70s.
He's overcooks this one, and that leaves the 8-pin standing. Still 19 pins minus a ball for Metro, so they still hold the lead, although not as convincing as one as earlier. Barnes, good crack at that one, but the 10-pin stands. Plow through. Yep, that'll be 10 one way or another.
Restream and Ayotte. I've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Explain.
Good job, chat room. You're
You're
blowing up chat.
As the Daleks, I call the Garlics. I'm Dr. Explain. Oh, yeah, symbolism. No, that was not the word, Wayne. It's another one. It's not the word I'm thinking of. Another word.
Imagery. This is the worst.
Get the dictionary out, Webster. Look up for the word youch, too, while you're at it. Not in there. Tell them to put it in.
I guess they don't watch Candlepin Bowling Network. Too bad.
Maybe it is symbolism. I don't know.
4 pins down for Gacharna. Please advise in comments and you get a chance. Godwin drops 9.
I still kill that song as #1 by 4 different artists. MacArthur's Park. It's a boo-hoo song, too. It's just a sappy song. I don't get it.
Lou loses the range on the second ball. Godwin's got to be careful. He can go left or right on this one with his delivery, and he spares.
And how can Who Let the Dogs Out be #1? Give me a break.
I'm glad that song eventually got relegated.
I know.
You can let the dogs back in now.
How about They Coming to Take Me Away?
Godwin picks up a spare's worth on the spot. That's a spare versus 4, so that's going to swing a bunch. Harsh to say to a bowler's hit the head pin last, but
Ty Garbetts wants a chocolate chip cookie pizza from Webster Timberlane's Lucy's Pizza Bar at Abington, Mass.
of course you do. If you ever get the chance, again, it's in Abington, Mass. It's not in Webster, Mass. Confusing, I know. 4 pin isn't going to go out. Godwin has a 7 fill.
I think Youch should be a scrubber like Kecyk. Al Kecyk. Kecyk. Metaphor. That's it, Jim. Metaphor. That's it.
Oh, I could have said that. Curses.
I hate when you can't think of the word and like, oh, what silly. Why come I didn't think of that? Stupid, Paul.
This could be something.
Paulisms.
Godwin trying to billiard cue it. He's got it. 4-9-10. That's a good shot. And a 10 for Gacharna. Take a look at this one again. That was something. Notice how Dave gets right on that 4-pin. But you got to get a piece of that cap as well to send it over, and he did.
The Friday Night Pro League is on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Academy Lanes Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. Back here next Friday night. Number 7, Academy 3, number 8 rather. Academy 1, Academy 1, Academy 3, 7 versus 8. 7:30 live on YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network, week 31 of 35. Hopefully Greg will be here with me. No pressure, Greg.
Hope so. 4 horsemen in a corner pin for Beaupre. Corner drops for Smith on his spare, 6. Even Stevens and Academy 2 has an extra mark. Remember to follow the smudges between total and game, the way we've got it on the scoreboard here. Beaupre, nice shot, spare.
What a night he's having.
Ran it down perfectly for his 16th mark. Smith short pins the 10.
Only 16 marks and 23 boxes. What's wrong with this guy? Not good enough. That's amazing.
Paulisms, that's a good one.
I saw that. He is a tsunami, though. Yeah, the Funny Farm. That's right, Jim. That was one of those songs in the top 40 for like 6 weeks. It was like 40 to 6 to 3, then out of the charts. Some weird chart rankings there.
Beaupre. On a spare field to fill his high. It is 10, and it's another strike on spare for Metro.
The tsunami strikes again, literally. How many strikes do you have now, Greg?
5.
It seems like he has like 10.
Kecyk 3, St. Cyr 3, Lees 2.
56 plus 2 for the tsunami. Keith Beaupre through 4.
Spare Smith, 4-7 runs down. Again, you never take your eye off Joe Smith's bowling there. So steady.
What a confidence boost for Metro, because this could be a preview of the first round of the playoffs, Greg. Get those standings up and you get a chance. Both are on marks right now, maybe afterwards. But, boy, what a preview this could be. Metro, 12 behind Hingham coming in, who's 1 behind Central 1. Academy 1, Academy 3 still have a shot for 6th. Back to Greg.
St. Cyr corners full, 7-10. Jalbert on a spare, lost the handle, that's 3.
He's a handler.
22 through 2.
Room 222, a TV show.
Tim Jalbert recently featured on the Approach podcast. That's with Danny Finn and Jeremy Seaholm, available on all your usual suspects for podcasting.
St. Cyr can't get the spare on strike. 9 in the fill, 29 through 2, 10 in the box, 39 through 3 in the third.
All the pins so far. And Jalbert will take 8.
After all that with the spare included, 30 through 3 at the minimum.
Tim Jalbert recounts all his great success he's had with the youth program here at Academy Lanes. We featured the mixed-up graduates competition recently here, although that was a competition that took place at Bolorama Portsmouth, but featuring a lot of the great graduates of the Academy youth program. Jalbert coming right back on this one. He's got the 6-pin. St. Cyr the 1-2-10. Aaron. Yes,
what a
nice
shot.
Great shot. That was not on a strike, excuse me. Jalbert responds in kind with a spare of his own.
Back to the top of the order. An update from the Soothing Sounds of Greg Gouillart.
18 pins is the margin I show. We'll confirm that, and that's what they seem to have as well, so we'll go with that. Right now, Al Kecyk needs 2 more marks to go 400. A few got away there. Keith Beaupre, 3 marks and 4. He could pin out 424. Keith Beaupre has already had a 444 in week 26, and he still's got the racetrack left to go above that. Joe Smith can pin out 362. Dave Godwin, 360. He's having a solid night, and I've talked less of it. He's got the same 10 marks as well. And Tim Jalbert, 7 marks. And there you have it. Ayotte, 3-7-8. Kecyk, triangle 3, the 3, 5, and 6. He's got 5 for 5 on the head pin.
Yeah, metaphor. That's it, Wayne. That's the better word. Metaphor. That's it. Metaphor. Yeah, that's the word.
We got there. Good job, chat. Oh, the 7-pin, unmoved by that great bid by Ayotte, and Kecyk goes right through the opening. 62 and a ball at the half. Simply extraordinary by Iceman.
Yes, Ty Garbett, you do have to wear bowling shoes. Some lanes have splinters, so, yeah.
Yeah, you
Shoes
definitely
required.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Bowling
Plus
shoes are
you'll slip if you have socks on.
Bowling shoes are the same as they are in 10-pin, though to the chagrin of some, including Bruno DeFeo, Channel 5 alumnus and current Atlantic Candlepin single store bowler. He mentioned on Candlepin Chat recently, I wish the rubber didn't wear out so easily. Strike on spare. Al Kecyk again. 82 plus 2 through 6. Ayotte's got a good leave in his own right with a 3-6. And just a 6-pin. Again, a wrong pin for Ayotte.
Boy, what a statement this would make. That would give him so much confidence. This is the first round matchup of the playoffs, Saturday, May 17th at Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Mass.
Just a few weeks away. It's amazing how time flies. Ben Whitson chat with his commenting as well. My goodness, we've been at this a while. He's been watching. We've been creating these videos a while. But what a great pastime and present time, the sport of candlepin bowling. And it's a real pleasure to be able to integrate y'all into the community as well.
The season's a 35 weeks, Ty. To answer your question, 35-week season.
And this is the 30th.
And there are 3 position rounds, so I believe 3 position rounds. So the last week of the season is 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, up to 11 versus 12.
Austin Barnes, the 4 horsemen. Hey, Lees, looked like a good backswing there. I'm not sure why it didn't deliver better results. Just missed the head pin, 179. Barnes, just on the head pin.
The winning team split 7,800 and change. Runner up 6,300 and change for the second spot, and all the way down. So every team gets something to split.
We want everyone to play out the season. That's part of it.
Starts in September, ends in May. May 9th.
10 bucks for Barnes. Makes me amazed how Danny Finn is able to run this rapidly expanding Atlantic Candlepin single store. That'll be a $9 release as he hit the gutter wood first. 47 at the half.
Well, Ty, Iceman cannot heat up because it'll melt and not bowl good.
Where is my super suit? That's all pinning, that 47 half for each of them. Getting 9s or 10s on your no-mark frames is all you want. Guess what leave that is?
Casey McCool, where are you? Rrr. He's always growling. He's always hungry.
And he usually pops up when cued.
I came up with the nickname, but Casey McCool's always hungry when he sees that in the stream. That's 2 tonight, Casey. He's keeping track at home at 2
4, 6, 7, 10. Can Barnes leverage this wood? Not when he plays it there, I'm afraid, but I thought there might have been a chance he could have deflected it red line and maybe had a chance at it. Lee's skinny mini on the head pin. He's got a bundle of 5 now.
So Banana Splits lead the lemon drop 2-1 tonight.
And there's the 10 boxer Barnes.
I like him.
Chip all the time, Paul, but if any night tonight, we really appreciate your support, especially tonight of all nights, as we mentioned, for Candlepins for Cancer. Log on to candlepins4cancer.com. Candlepins4cancer.com.
Sorry. Streak stops at 2.
3-6 just, and leaving the 110. I see there was a bit of a disconnect. I'll check what happened there. And Godwin takes a 9. Gives me time to thank Academy Lanes for the huge upgrade they did. I mean, the streaming was tough to do. We always use it for the weirdest possible reason when we stream these. Well, it looks as though we still have our networks here. Good.
Well, Jimmy got over 1,850 videos in climbing. Semi-pro to pro action. Hey, Ben Witz, I tend to disagree with you. Double P-knuckle. It just doesn't sound, a banana split tastes better and sounds better.
Yeah, but cards.
I know.
9 drop Godwin. He's got all his head pins again.
But you can't win in cards on a 6-10 or a 4-7. So
sorry, I'd just like to mention Dave Godwin has his past 17 head pins by the bye.
Ty, we've seen Candlepins break.
But maybe he's missed a single.
Maybe not snap in half, but like chipped.
Yeah.
Not sliced in half.
Those tend to become instant souvenirs for the bowlers who can manage those. Like a Robin Hood in archery.
Candlepins last between, 15, 20 years, some of them, and 10 pins about once a year. That's why 10-pin became more popular.
The cap tends to break first in a number of cases. Just a little piece chips off, and you can usually see it dramatically fly into the gutter.
Channel. Ocean.
Abyss. 10. Gacharna picks a stick, 47 through 6.
Just past the halfway point of the final string. On final
Oh, no, sorry, he's got 39.
station identification break. How about 7.9 seconds from Greg?
Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Tune in now and tune in tomorrow as well for more great Candlepin content in Massachusetts and Maine. New Hampshire and Maine, sorry. We're in Exeter, New Hampshire.
Jim, Metro is in the zone tonight. It was close for a while. Pulled away in the second. It's close here in the third. 21 is the lead. They got the match in hand.
Smith dumps 8 on his spare. Beaupre on a strike. Got his head pin, and Keith Beaupre has doubled. The dominance we have come to expect from this man. The man that has propelled Metro to heights they have not seen in a long time. And you just saw Sean McDonald point. Joe Smith gets his spare to respond. Again, pro-tier bowling next to headline level bowling. That gets obliterated.
76 plus bonus balls in the half for the Tsunami, Keith Beaupre. Joe 70 was the original Tsunami, I was told, that way back when, but
Makes sense.
many nicknames that duplicate like the Chief and others.
Smith 6. Beaupre lost it this time. Well, that's better than the 0 fill he had on his last triple strike. Sorry, couldn't
Courtesy of
resist.
lob or a foul, right?
He won Candlepins for Cancer. I'm going to razz him a little bit for
He
that.
got his college shirt. I said you could buy a Candlepins Cancer shirt. That's part of the charity, so you can wear the shirt. He went 4 matches to none.
Look at this. It's still mixing. And the fill is 9.
How about that? I'll take it. When you're hot, you're hot. 87 half. Amazing.
Yeah,
performance.
it filled itself. Smith takes 7. And he'll take a 9. (96 through 6). Keith Beaupre is now able to pin out the same 4-4-4 that he had in week 26. I'm not sure of his high triple. Paul has the stat sheets here, and I don't have them digitized. I keep meaning to coerce him into doing that. Tim Jalbert and Aaron St. Cyr both on marks.
Beaupre's left probably less than 10 pins on deck, I believe, Greg. Greg, if you know that offhand?
4.
4, wow. It's impressive.
Jalbert,
Daly had 3 pins on the deck a few weeks ago, Friday Night Pro League.
Jalbert 3, Aaron St. Cyr 4.
And that's the reward for the head pin. Look at that.
I've saved that in the replay machine in case we don't get a big blockbuster recovery ball here.
Well, he's got wood to help here, maybe.
He lost his rhythm. He can't deliver now. You don't have to go ball for ball if the other guy's bowled over. Hey, that's a nice shot, though, for a spare.
Wood definitely helped.
Jalbert blows it apart. St. Cyr cannot, even though that was head pin.
Are you a good dancer, speaking of rhythm?
No, I'm closer to 2 left feet, I think.
I'm like that Billy Ocean video Caribbean Queen. He like moves his body, moves his feet. That's me. Quicksand. I say quicksand feet.
Aaron nearly ran that down. By the way, it was a crossover hit.
Oh, Casey McCool's on the stream. We had one earlier, Casey. Where were you? 2 tonight. Keith's career high. I don't have my notes on me right now. But
Platson.
it's up there. I'll get that total for you in a bit. I'll check my notes here.
61 half. Perfectly respectable in its own right, but Keith Beaupre again stealing the show. Nice shot with the wood. 3 in a row for Tim Jalbert. St. Cyr into the head pin, not the 10. Academy 2 making a run again, trying to snag these next 2 points. Aaron St. Cyr at 10, and we go back.
We mentioned Keith had a 457, the Candlepins for Cancer top 5 live show in the first round a couple years ago.
That's
461. I knew it was in the 460. I wasn't sure it was 461 or 467. It's 461 is high 3. Yeah, high single was 194. Did it Riverwalk Lanes.
That I remember.
Justin Skelly had that call.
And that's
against Bruno DeFeo, who gets beat up by all these. Joey Lister threw a 3-10 and 2 strings against Bruno DeFeo, a 6.98 last year in week 1 of the ACST Class A North.
Yep, some scores are updating there. A couple of the Metro scores were off kilter there. I've adjusted them to match the ones that they are officially.
So do you wear kilts?
I do not.
So you're off kilter then. Boom, 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 boom.
Kecyk filling a strike perfectly.
He's on a great. He's the bridesmaid of Keith Beaupre and his team tonight.
What do you know? But now Al Kecyk is well north of 400. He gets another 20 box. And even if he shanks the fill, he can pin a 410.
What's Keith at right now? 4-1 right now.
Ayotte gets a 10, and I got to see the theatrics again. What does he do here? He's seeing Kecyk throwing in his face, and he's just like, well, I got to try anything I can do at this point. He almost throws an overhand. It doesn't say you can't throw overhand in the rules.
What's Keith's total do you have right now for the three?
He can, if he gets all 10s, it's 4-4-4, which is the same one from week 26.
That's a good number for 3 strings, 4-4-4.
I guess you could throw overhand if you get it before that lob line, that 10-foot line there. Yeah, it blows into this one.
It's a bouncy ball.
That foul line is rubber. You see it for yourself. Kecyk only 2 on this fill. Running it down, except his corner pin won't go.
You know, some complain the lob line should go away, but the rule's the rule until it changes. You got to respect the lob line. Some say it helps, some say it hurts, but the sport says it's a lob. People say get rid of it, but if you get rid of it, I think people can just start heaving the ball and maybe hit the ceiling and the walls. Some say it helps, some say it hurts. Different opinions, but that's the rule right now until it changes. Like the tuck rule for Tom Brady. A strange rule no one knew about at the time pretty much other than Belichick.
Looks fair for a 10 box in each case, 114 and 77.
Yeah, it's 461, Lou. I just checked with Bev and Keith. I have my notes in the car. I didn't have time to get them ready.
Ooh, still got time.
At Bob Lee's wife's wake today all afternoon.
The point of the lob line is to make sure it's a game of rolling and make sure it protects the wood lane so that all the ball impacts are on this side of the line. Whether it confers an advantage to the bowler, a lot of pros say no. As long as it's not your consistent delivery, then if anything, it kind of hurts to not have the ball traveling on the wood because there is a natural break to the ball. Lease gets it down on the lane. It stays in contact with the lane. Barnes, likewise. And he gets a good break as well with the 4-7. Small sample size, but you get the drift. It just allows more time for the ball to do its thing. Nice spare on the single. They haven't been automatic. Lease collects this single. Barnes on the cap, and it pushes through anyway for a spare of his own. 67 and a ball.
Well, Ben, I like Friendly's banana split ice cream. That's my favorite banana split. Jim Dandy also, 4 scoops versus 3.
Remember, Friendly's is a local reference, you see.
Right. They do make ice cream that they put in stores, too.
Friendly's also has a birthday song. It's not too short, it's not too long. Eight out for Lees on his spare fill. Barnes, 6.
Metro has the lead by 36 as of now. Have the match in hand. 6 points minimum. Going for the sweep. 8 points.
-2 marks. Long piece of wood there. Barnes has to go across. He throws left to right into the 1-3. He just rips out the head pin. So again, Metro a chance to go 8-0. Will they accomplish it? Lisa's going to get that 10 from behind. And Barnes takes 9. 9s are fine. 82 through 8 for him. 83 through 8 for Lees.
37-pin lead for the 6-seed Metro over the 3-seed. Academy 2 won the championship 2 years ago in a thriller over Exeter on Candlepin Bowling Network and YouTube to watch. It's free to subscribe.
Dave Godwin, 72 in a ball. He's had a fine night. He can pin out 366. Perfectly fine pro bowling going against extraordinary. Gacharna right down the middle, and that's the split luck he's been having all evening. His 5th split of the string. Godwin tangling the pins I think he's just glancing the headpin just a little too much, but nonetheless, his extraordinary headpin streak goes up to 18 straight now across all the strings. Friendlies makes it to North Carolina, huh, Scott? Nice. Spread eagle. Come on, let Lou make one this time. It's falling forwards, but not into the 6. Godwin can't get anything to send right into the 10.
Exeter leads in that third string by 26 over Academy 1, looking for the sweep.
Headpins are actually pretty equivalent. Both sides have hit 82 headpins by my perhaps imprecise count, and the splits have been even within 1. 9 box versus 10, Godwin +1.
The other match, Academy 3 trails in the match to Central 2 by 44 in the third, and they're up in the match by 51. Central 2 is looking for the upset, a 6-2 win.
Lou gets his head pin. Guess what? It's a split. 3, 4, 6, 7. Godwin gets another head pin. Make it 19. And he's got a nice leave here. It's not on a spare, excuse me. Not sure why I marked that down. That's better. Chance at a 2-pinner now. He left it left, but he's got it. What helped?
He knows that he got away with that one. Just a bit outside. Mark Hollywood-Smith would say, mark it down, mark it down.
Yeah, that was more akin to mark it, I guess. Yeah, sure.
I wonder where Mark Hollywood-Smith got the nickname from. Just wondering. He wouldn't do an interview at the Big 20 at the ISBA Championship like 3 years ago. I said, look at that smile, come on. And he started talking, he loosened up, and ever since then, look at that Hollywood smile, and the name stuck. Everyone calls him Hollywood now.
A big presence on the lanes.
He won the Pro Series, the main state eliminations 2 years ago, his first Pro Series title in Maine. State title, I should say, in Maine.
Surprised to hear that. He's one of those bowlers you thought he would have won one. Just no doubt about his caliber of bowling. But the continued renaissance of Mark Smith has been a sight to behold.
And Beaupre looking for another mark.
King of the Palace called Smith's leave the flux capacitor, an inverted spread eagle, in other words. Spare again. Beaupre's got another one.
Okay.
4-6-1, you said?
Keith Beaupre, Magic 106.7. I'm David Allen Boucher, Magic 106 Boston, 106.7. Bedtime Magic. Plus a ball.
And Smith gets a 10.
I sound like Greg Gouillart there.
Very good.
I have soothing sounds too when I want to be.
In case you were wondering whether the lanes are oiled, there's your proof. No, they're not. As Al Kecyk goes to retrieve a ball. Such a menial task for such a tremendous bowler. A drop for Beaupre on the spare. And a plank right in front.
114 of the ball through 7. What a night he's having.
Is it a career night? That's the question now.
He's got a good chance to get past his 461. High 3.
175 of you watching live. It's gone!
He knew it right away. He's all pumped up.
And he sits on another one. 124 in a ball. Smith spares as well. Again, Joe Smith with a 4-mark string.
96 in the ball. Final 2 boxes before the next set, and then the final 2 boxes after that for each bowler. We're at Academy Lanes Pub 125 in Haverhill, Mass. 725 South Main Street in the Bradford section.
Tim Jalbert is 4 of his last 5 boxes for marks.
Keith Beaupre's running total right now, Greg, before the bonus coming up.
Beaupre can, if he shanks the fill, can still pin 452.
What's he at right now?
If he gets a 20 box, he's basically beaten that.
Is he at 422 right now?
432 this would be, I think.
432 plus the ball, okay.
3-6, get over 6, thank you. A 20 box, and Tim Jalbert is having a big time run as we approach the end of this match.
He's got 4 in a row and 5 in the string. Right back as mark for the rock star, Aaron St. Cyr, spare.
For his 3rd mark. So Metro still holding out to this advantage. It's still looking good for 8-0, but it's not conclusive.
Can Beaupre get to 500? You strike out, right?
Highly, yeah, strikes all the way. You would need a lot.
Aaron, 8.5.
Crushed by Jalbert. He does not double. Only just. Otherwise, that would have been shades of the worlds with Fenway Academy.
And you got the nickname Jammin' Jalbert.
St. Cyr dumps 8 on his spare. 110.
Aaron's at 91, actually, through 7. Jalbert's at 100.
Yeah. No, that's right. I got it. Spare. How'd that go?
He'll take it. He can't believe it.
How in the world? Jalbert gets another $20 to respond.
That's 5 marks over Jammin' Jalbert. 110 in a ball in the 8th. And the Rockstar, he's got 2 in a row. He's at 101 in a ball in the 8th.
I mean,
$10 to go.
I'm thoroughly confused. Another piece got hit off the wall there, and that's how the headpin got taken out. Good grief. 488 to 458. Looks like Metro again. I'm shortchanging them a couple of pins, or they're a couple light one or the other.
We're going to talk to Keith Beaupre if he's available after the match is over, and maybe Al Kecyk, who's having a great night. What's Al up to right now total?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time figuring out why I'm behind on. Sorry, I'm confused on the scoreboard.
All right,
briefly.
don't worry about it. We'll get it afterwards.
458.
Al Kecyk, 114 through 8. Jimbo Ayotte, 77 through 8.
2-1 split for Ayotte.
And Jimbo has done it without a mark.
Kecyk has broken up his headpin streak as of the last box as well. Had the first 7. Close. Jumped over the wood. 3, 6, and 8. Kecyk no spare. Metro still happy with the status quo at the current moment. For a pin, it's good for 10 for Ayotte. Kecyk will take 9.
123 through 9. Ayotte 87 through 9. 9 marks to go. Thanks for watching. Pro Series playoffs tomorrow. Men's and women's. Main states. APH average handicap and open eliminations. All tomorrow.
Found it. Gacharna was 2 pins too light. He's on 68. Split 2 and 2.
10 a.m. both days, tomorrow and Sunday.
Looking forward to seeing you then. Splits for each.
Main states semifinals and 10-string finals.
Al Kecyk is guaranteed 400. Congratulations, what a stellar evening. Ayotte into the wood, not into the 10. Actually, Keith Beaupre had all 5 of his team's 400s going into this. He's about to get his 6th.
And Jimbo's on the precipice of a 97 without a mark. Amanda Carroll did a big 20 in Scarborough, Maine in a fundraising event I ran. Later on, she got a 146.
There it is. I've yet to capture a 100 on this. Bob Lee almost did. Kecyk gets a 10 for a 133 and a 3-string total of get the info on this 4-1-1.
For your information,
Jimbo Ayotte 324 below his average.
8 boxes left. Is there a path for Academy 2, Greg?
There is. They've got the marks, but Barnes just threw a spread eagle, and it's narrowing quick.
Not on the spare, though.
Lee's mixing sticks. Headpin close. He's got a chance at this one. He's throwing a great mixing ball out there. Sometimes the cosmic injustice of candlepin, sometimes the headpin delivers a worse result, and none more prevalent than that. But there you go. Nate's got this one. 93 in a ball. Metro happy with this. Barnes takes a 9 box, and it's 91 through 9. Great to have you all here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Is Keith Beaupre about to go north of his 461 high triple? He's got a good chance at this one. If he drops the 20 box, it's virtually guaranteed. Barnes, just a lemon drop, taking out only the 6-pin. Lee's on a spare fill. Skinny on the headpin. Oh no. A 1-2 only, and the fill is 2 on the headpin. Well, it has to do with the entry angle, folks, but it's still brutal. Again, The cosmic injustice of the headpin strikes again.
That's a youch. Y-O-U-C-H. Put in the dictionary, Webster. Yikes and ouch combined. Youch.
How about the 3-pin? Not like the pins are going to start magically cooperating now, I guess. Barnes for the out. Uh-oh, Curtin swallowed it up, though, and he's going to take a 3, I'm afraid to say. He balked. He didn't deliver it.
Greg, Central 2 just took 6 points off the 7-seed Academy 3.
Ooh.
17-16 to 16-75.
7 box for Lee's, 338. Austin Barnes, 304. And now down to Lou Gacharna and Dave Godwin. Lou's had a tough evening, but part of that is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 splits he's had to contend with. You're just not going to score highly when that happens.
X's up 13, by the way, on Academy 1 to our right in their final string, their final 8 boxes. Looking for the sweep.
Godwin now has 20 straight head pins. He has the 5, 7, 8. And he's missed the wood to the right. Would have swept otherwise, you'd think.
You get
Up
those,
with his left-right
you
ball.
get those things, Greg, in a second, too, again? Let's check it out.
I'll let you know. What thing, sorry?
The standing sheets.
I can post the standings in a sec as well.
I can't find my sheets here.
That collects for 10 for Godwin, third time around. 1, 6, 8, 10. Good third ball, and that 6 turns into 10 for Lou Gacharna. 78 through 9. Oh, by the way, I was going to show this one, the 1-2 getting taken out. Boink. Crossover sleeve, whatever the heck that is.
It's a cruel game sometimes, isn't it?
To the
Metro 7 blocks away, perhaps from an 8-0 sweep. Who would have thought coming in? Right now, the CCNs say this would be the first round matchup right here. It'll be at Riverwalk Lanes.
Yep.
Actually, names for Remass, not here. It's a neutral site.
And the
Plus,
playoff.
They rotate every year.
And I mean, most of the prize money and prestige goes to the winner of the regular season, but still, in the playoffs, 3 strings and you're done. This would be it. Godwin, 21 straight head pins, and he's clobbered this one, 6-pin. This is head pin as well for Gacharna, 5, 7, 9. Yep, still 9.
2 spares for each side. Metro up by 31 late in the final string of the match.
Drop your microphone a bit. Godwin spares. He's good. 4 spares. 373 plus for Godwin. Gacharna's had a tough night, but it does not matter how you end. It matters so much to the team. Doesn't want to give anything away. Yes, that's a good shot there for a spare. 5, 7, 9.
They haven't needed him tonight. Sometimes just not your night. That's why you have a team.
That's what the format's there for. But he does collect one late. Godwin nails it. The fill is 10, 129.
383?
383.
Yeah, tough start, too, that first, right?
Gacharna got his head pin, and the fill is 6. 94, that'll be 286, I'm afraid, but a good finish there.
David, what do you have that first string, Dave?
116, then 138, and now 129. Which is more than you asked for.
And Luke Gacharna, 93, disappointing night.
Keith Beaupre on 352 plus a ball, or can pin out 352 plus a ball. Smith wipes out the 5-pin.
Beaupre going for his high triple record tonight. Has a chance.
That's the head pin. They're still mixing. He's got everything except the head pin. He pulled off the Nate Lees. Smithsville is the same 9.
133 through 8.
And a spare for Smith.
115 in the ball in the ninth.
Beaupre needs another one for our career best. He's got it. A big-time spare. Keith Beaupre, 143 and a ball through 9. On a career night, we think.
451 plus a ball in a box.
Spare fill coming up for each. Joe Smith can pin out 382. He's actually has the racetrack to go 400. And it's an afterthought tonight through no fault of his own. He gets out 5 pins. Beaupre with the chance to fill it big. Got his head pin, and the fill is 9.
And there's his new high 3.
It has to be.
152 through 9.
But he's got a 7 pin. Remember, it's broken up a perfect pin streak he had before. He's already left one standing. That's out of play. But the 7 pin, use the wood.
162 in a ball. It's a tsunami here in Haverhill.
Incredible. We've captured his high single on Candlepin Bowling Network. And now in the Friday Night Pro League Week 30, April 4th, 2025, Keith Beaupre is now setting a high triple. 162 in a ball.
Trying to get to 172.
For greater glory, got his head pin. It's 9.
What do you have, 3 spare 9s in a row? Something like that? Wow.
Yes, he did.
A crowd gives him a big hand. All the teams here watching.
Keith Beaupre, 171 and 479 for a new high career triple.
Wow, wow, wow. 479, that's for 3 strings, folks. Good for him. And that gives Metro an 8-0 sweep. We'll check those standings before we sign off. Final 2 boxes, both on spares. Back to Greg.
9 drop for Jalbert on the spare. 9 drop for St. Cyr. Again, the pro tier bowling is just coming fast and furious. Team Metro, what an incredible showing. Tim Jalbert, 6 straight spares, 130 in a ball. Aaron St. Cyr, 3 spares in a row, 120 in a ball through 9. Just the caliber of these bowlers is something to behold. 1 box to go. And Paul Grant, your hair looks beautiful. Fret not.
What hair? It's all natural.
Bill is 8 for Jalbert, 138. Again, 120. A perfectly decent pro score.
How many marks do you have of spares and strikes? Did Beaupre have 5 strikes, was it? 6 strikes?
Well, I can tell you Jalbert just got his 13th mark. Phil is 4 for St. Cyr, then nothing.
148 in a ball for Jalbert. How about
Keith
that?
Beaupre has 6 strikes and 16 spares. One of those strikes was doubled, remember.
22 marks in 30 boxes. And how many pins in the deck do you leave?
4.
Wow. They only had 3 early this year. Amazing.
The fill is 7 for Jalbert, and that is a final. 155 for Jalbert. That's going to be in bold and underlined.
And a 134 for the Rockstar, Aaron St. Cyr. 633 to 604. 1901 to 1766. What could be a preview of the first round of the playoffs goes to Metro from Peabody, Mass. 8-0 sweep.
What an extraordinary result. What an extraordinary history-setting night for Keith Beaupre. 479, that is no typo. 1901 to 1768, it looks like I have a score slightly light for someone. Looks like Barnes is on 95 somehow, so I've got that pin too low. There we go, 605 to 633. Then we'll put the totals back, and you can see it for yourself. 479 for Keith Beaupre. 411 for Al Kecyk. 383 and 386 for Godwin and Smith. Tremendous. And now here's Paul Grant with the latest.
Keith, a heavy heart coming into tonight. And boy, you did honor to some people tonight. Tell us the situation you came into tonight.
It's been 20 years for my grandmother and my dad being gone. So I was laser focused tonight. I kind of was just zoned in for the most part. And I was in a lot of pain to begin with, but I think the pain's gone now.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
22 marks, 6 strikes, a double, 16 spares, 22 and 30. I've always said, when you're locked in, you are probably the best, one of the best 2 or 3 bowls in the game, easily.
Thank you. I still, you know, it's just humbleness to me, but I still consider myself not to be the top, but I just keep trying. You know, progress is key, and as long as I can keep doing this, I'm just going to keep going. So thank you.
479, right, total?
479.
479.
The high triple coming into this was Justin Waters, 463 this season.
And more money for you, hopefully, at the end of the year for that.
I really hope so. I mean, I might have just set the bar for all the big guys to come chase me now, but again, that beats my triple by 18. That's my high triple ever, so I'm just glad that I could do it in front of the cameras for everybody.
How do you come back? I know it's hard to do that if you can, obviously. You're in the Pro Series playoffs tomorrow. How do you go in that mindset of this big high?
Keep going. That's all I can say is just keep going. The ball does the work for you. So
you won the Candlepin Cancer Championship as a 5th seed with the Candlepin Cancer brand new shirt, 4-0. And tonight, without the shirt, 479 for 3 strings. Not bad.
Maybe it's you, Paul. Maybe it's not the shirt.
I somehow doubt that.
I know. But hey, thanks for covering us, and I can only say thank you to everybody for even supporting me. You know, all I can do is keep going, and I'm just going to keep trying to throw the ball. That's all I can do.
How about a 3-letter word for a new high triple of 479 for 3 strings?
Wow.
All right, you got it. Keith Beaupre, the Tsunami. Back to Greg Gouillart to wrap it up.
Thanks so much. Hey, just one more thing, might as well. If you happen to be local, or be on the lookout for donation jars. Some bowling centers have them as well, but of course, Paul Grant's are carrying it around as well. So do please give generously to Candlepins for Cancer, a charity of bowlers for bowlers. It really helps out. Just that modest financial support helps so much.
Great job tonight, Greg. Good luck in the Pro Series tomorrow.
I'll miss you, but hey, we got a lot of great content for you tomorrow here on Candlepin Bowling Network. 479. I mean,
Let's do the string recap also here for each string, Greg, you had.
So we got it right here. Keith Beaupre's strings of 166, 142, and 171. That was 4 pins left standing as well throughout the entire evening, so somehow not a perfect.
And the way he threw that ball, he's going Paul Burger tonight, almost a 500 tonight, the way he's throwing that ball.
I was wondering if Paul Burger was going to get name dropped there. Here, Bev, you can have that back there. Keith's fiance on hand to watch as well. That's extra wonderful as well.
Great to be back with you tonight, Greg. Hope you next Friday night. It's Academy 1, Academy 3, 7:30 live on YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network. Hit subscribe. It's free.
All right. Thank you very much for watching this presentation of the Friday Night Pro League here on Candlepin Bowling Network. My name is Greg Gouillart. That's Paul Grant. And until next time, until tomorrow, if you can, please, so long.